Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
Hey, let me go to my brother EJ Boxing Live. EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here. EJ, what's happening?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I see you over there bombing. You're bombing on my boy AJ. He lives around the corner from me. Let's get it in, bro. Let's get it in, bro. Let's get it in, bro. No. So the LDBC. I'm getting some feedback from someone. All right. So the LD. Yeah, all right. So the LDBC collectively say AJ should have been in the call. So I'm gonna defend it. Why AJ wasn't in the call. First and foremost, AJ has a routine. Yeah, he wakes up, sleeps, train. That's why he's hungry. So let me finish. Though he's a trainer, right? Eddie Hearn. Nah, Eddie Hearn. Look, come on, that's not fair, bro.
Okay,
let's be fair.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna let you talk. I swear I am. I just got.
All right, cool. All right, so then you go east.
Brother, hold up. You finna give me.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right, he eats, sleeps, and dies for boxing, along with Wilder. That's why they're the top of the game. You shaking your head, it's the truth, right? So at that time, AJ was probably sleeping. He probably heard it since then, but at that time, he was probably sleeping. Now, Eddie Hearn, on the other hand, he don't sleep, bro. That's why he's one of the top guys and promoters in the game. And he goes to the boxing voice because he needs to address the American, you guys, your queries or how you feel. So he goes to the boxing voice. And I agree with what you guys have to say about what he was saying. He's stalling. I don't understand why. I don't know the reason why. And it's coming across, especially to you guys in the States, yeah, that he's pussy. Like, let's put it up there. Like, he's pussy. And it was good Wilder came on and put Eddie Hearn in his place. Now, if AJ was on the call, AJ's probably more diplomatic. AJ will probably say, AJ at that point will probably say, you know what? Eddie, let's sort the fight. Eddie, on the other hand, he wants to make AJ the most amount of money before he goes into a big, dangerous fight. That's his Wilder. Wilder's dangerous. Yeah, everyone knows Wilder's dangerous. You have to give respect. No doubt what Wilder did. I don't care what anyone says, bruh. You went in there to a guy who went 12 rounds with you when you broke your hand, and you blasted him out, bruh. Blasted him, obliterated him, lacerated him in the first round. It was beautiful performance. And right now, in terms of his stock must have raised. I don't care what anyone. I want to hear about 2-year layoff. Don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Bruh, you have to give props to what he did. And I like that third jacket is rolling. He looks fucking good. Wilder looks fucking good. Now, let's get to the AJ, why AJ didn't turn up. That's what AJ does. So that's why he's a professional. He don't stay around with what we do because we're 24-hour boxing, the YTBC, the LDBC, and all the people in the chat. We do this. So don't expect them to be the boxers to be like that because that's why they need to stay on their game. Now, Wilder was up because remember, it's American time. That's what he's up. AJ, and remember, Eddie Hearn is in New York. He's in New York. I think he's in New York. It's Wednesday. So he's on your time. That's why he was over there. That's why AJ. So I'm explaining why. Now, let's talk about why you guys think AJ's pussy and everything because he's not answering. Well, he's never been answering. He's never been that type of guy. AJ is about training and lets the promoters and the handlers do it. Now, I agree with you that Eddie Hearn needs to make the fight now. There's no other reason, no excuses. The mandatory is out the way. Why are we not having this fight? And furthermore, like wherever it's biggest payday, because I want to come over to your house to see. I want to come over to see the great fight. So it doesn't matter what side I'm picking, AJ or Wilder. I want to see a great fight, which we're gonna see. You know, it's gonna be a knockout either way, and someone's gonna be hurt. Maybe the LDBC go over there. I mean, I don't know how you guys are gonna deal with when AJ knocks your boy out. Are you gonna be crying? Are you gonna be in your Pampers? I don't know. If AJ gets knocked out, if AJ gets knocked out, am I gonna shut my channel down? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna shut my channel down. I don't think you guys are gonna be crying either. But what we say, huh?
You asked a question, you gotta give me a chance to answer. So I'm
all right, go ahead. I did ask a question. Go ahead.
I'm gonna unleash the beast. Ticket TV, get this nigga, man.
All right. First of all, let me say this, EJ. First of all, you and the other guy, AJ, respect y'all from coming in here, man. Real talk. All right. This ain't no shit where y'all can't come in and say what y'all want to say. You can come in and say what you want to say. We keep it all respectful. Y'all rock with AJ. We rock with Wilder. You understand what I'm saying? I respect y'all on that shit. Secondly, come on with all these excuses, man. Are you AJ's trainer? How do you know what this motherfucker's doing 24 hours a day? Because I'm gonna tell you something. In life, it's a thing called being a man, and I'm gonna tell you something, being a boy. AJ, to be a champion, bro, and to have motherfuckers talking all kind of greasy about you, and you know he was listening to that shit. It would have been nothing for Eddie Hearn to call this motherfucker on three-way and get his ass on the line. Want to do it.
You tried to call him, but AJ didn't.
Is that question? Is that question?
I got a question. I like to answer. I got a question for EJ, yo. This is Quest. Yo,
let me answer the first question. First question. Someone needs to mute, though. I'll get some feedback. All right? Let me answer the first question. Again, right? I reiterate, yeah? Again, you got American time, you have UK time. I'm up on American time, so I'm up with you guys. Trust me, I can go toe-to-toe with you guys in the time when you upload your videos. He's not about that. Now, he ain't about, he's never been about, right? You have to look at his record and his track record. He's never been about that, right? It would be good for you guys, and you can't judge him because he didn't do what you expect as a pussy. You can't do that.
Let me ask you a question.
If you want to,
what time did you go to sleep?
If you want to, fair play. But all I'm gonna do is bring rationale to your question, right? And probably why. Where you might take it as his ducking, whatever. Because it depends on moment. Nez didn't even know all these people was gonna turn up. Tyson Fury don't sleep, right? And AJ don't do stuff like that, bro. He don't do that. He's a constant professional. Wilder's a professional, but Wilder's amped. And he wants blood. So Wilder's surfing. And the moment 78 calls him, he'll come on the thing. The moment Ness goes down to Alabama, he'll pick up the phone straight away. The moment Eddie Hearn started charting, you know Ness was on the sideline. Call Wilder up. Tell him Eddie Hearn's on the line. You know he was doing that. But you
okay, EJ. Eddie Hearn's mute yourself. Quest, you got feedback. Mute yourself. Hold on. I'm about to eat all that right now. I'm about to ask you one question, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now check this out, man. So you saying all this stuff that you saying about AJ and Eddie Hearn and this, that, and the third. This is the question I have for you, right? Why is AJ so anxious to fight Joseph Parker, anxious to fight Tyson Fury right now in the state Tyson Fury is in? But why is every time he's asked about Wilder, this dude act as if he don't want? Answer that question.
He need time.
Wait, hold on. I got a better question.
He don't Wilder.
No, I got a question. Let me ask my question.
Let me ask you a question. I'm AJ spokesman. I will address the questions one at a time, please. So let me go first, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. EJ, go ahead. And EJ, when you answering this question, answer this other question. Since you AJ spokesman, right? Spokesman, get him on the phone right now. Can you get him on the phone? Because I know 7-8, I know he can get Deontay Wilder on the phone, but there's so many of y'all that speak for AJ, y'all motherfuckers can't even get AJ on the line. I ain't heard none of y'all do no interviews with AJ.
I'll just that one right now. Well, I told AJ to take a nap because he just finished training, so we won't be taking no interviews.
Oh man, come on, man.
So now, let's go to the next question. We're gonna beat up that fact.
Hold on. Let me get my question.
We go just the Tyson Fury question. All right, somebody to you, yeah? Can I get feedback? All right, we listen. All right, so the Tyson Fury question: why we gonna fight that fat bum? He been talking the most greasy. He call us flex. He calls us all kinds of names. So we need to get him in a stadium and beat him and take the Ring magazine. Become the linear. That's what we need to do, right? On the other end, yeah, you're right. He doesn't answer why didn't he address Wilder? Because maybe he feels like Wilder at some point is beneath him. I don't think so, but maybe he does, or maybe Eddie Hearn does. Eddie Hearn is showing disrespect to Wilder on the Boxing Voice. As so much he's trying to say that he needs to fight Dillian White. I don't believe he needs to fight Dillian White. Dillian White didn't impress me in his last performance, so I don't understand why Eddie Hearn is saying that. So this is why I agree on. So what we're saying is that we're taking Tyson Fury. We're taking his belt. We don't care he's out of shape. Like you don't care that Steven was out of shape. I don't give a shit. You sign the contract and you get your ass beat by any means necessary. First round, second round, body bag. That's what we do. AJ, yeah, Team AJ is what we do. So we're knocking out Tyson Fury and we're coming off the Team Wilder. That's maybe our strategy. Next question.
All right. Let me get my question in.
Let Quest get it. Quest, go ahead.
Hey, let me get a question in at the Quest, man.
Yeah.
Okay. EJ Boxing. You said that you're a spokesman for AJ, right? And you said something very interesting. You said that he's a consummate professional, and that he doesn't do all that talking. What about the Dominic Brazil fight? What about the Dillian White fight? What about after he knocked out Klitschko? And he went on a smack tirade about Tyson Fury. Now, you said it's because Tyson Fury was talking all that smack, right? You can't sit there and say with a straight face that AJ does not act considerably different when it comes to Deontay Wilder. Sit here and tell me that as an Anthony Joshua fan and a spokesman for Anthony Joshua, that he doesn't talk or act or even project a different aura when he is discussing any possibility of fighting Deontay Wilder. I'll let you answer that question.
Okay, all right. So again, it's a long question, but I get to the shorts and bolts of it. AJ trash talking. So I'd like to question Bout to you, and in terms of trash talking, what did he say? I'd like to know that you told me, because first and foremost, he was verbally attacked and abused by Dillian White. Predominant Brazil in the press conference, which I attended, rolled up on AJ, and his stinking breath was up on him. And AJ said to him, "Yo, back off me. You're not about that life." Now, I don't understand that. If you think that's trash talking, then maybe. But if a man comes to my space, hey, bro, you know what I mean? His breath be hot. You have to just let him know that. That's what AJ did. So if you call that trash talking, boy, I guess so. But I know Dillian White. I know man like Wilder can serious trash talk. AJ ain't. I wouldn't say AJ is a trash talker, right? And every time you mention Deontay Wilder and he doesn't say anything, all it says to you, you guys can probably feed into the energy is fear. You can feed into it as much as you like. But let me tell you, bro. AJ's record doesn't say nothing about fear. Every man who's ever been in there has been laid out, smashed out, banged out. Yeah? Wilder's only gone the distance once. He's got the same thing. I don't see no fear, bruv. All I see is a consummate professional. While everyone's talking, my guy's trading, bruv. My guy's training hungry. You don't talk. You don't. One minute. AJ, wait a minute. Let me finish this. AJ don't do his talking outside what we do. He does his talking in the ring. Understand that. Respect that.
Y'all got to
put some respect on his name.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna have to mute people. Y'all got to respect the channel now. You know, let's go to 503 line for his question. 503 line, you brother. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yo, man. I want to ask the homie EJ. He say he AJ spokesman and whatnot. Why did AJ come out with that crazy statement on Sky Sports saying that he not gonna fight Wilder into 2020? Ain't that like some scary whole shit? That's all.
Okay.
That's my question.
That's a very good question. Thanks very much, mate. All right, so we're gonna address that question. So he came out on Sky Sports and basically in front of Johnny Nelson and the world media, he said we don't want it until 2012, 2015. Why fight now? Why fight now? We build it. Well, AJ on that perspective and looking on that from your point of view, he's like, what's he waiting for? Why didn't we take the fight? Well, he's thinking maybe we need to build it and get more bodies on the work, yeah. But we're looking at it like this: why are we waiting? We're undefeated. Both guys are undefeated. Both guys knock out. There's no one else left. Lewis Ortiz is out. Povetkin's out. Pulif's out. Derek Chisora's out. Dillian White didn't look good. Why are we waiting? Let's get it on. I agree with you 100%. AJ needs to step up at this point. Eddie Hearn said he gonna talk to Shelly Finkel. They're being forced by you guys and by us guys in the UK, especially I'm the spokesman right now. I want to see the fight now. Now he come across to you guys as he look intimidated and understanding why. But like I said to you, yeah, maybe in his mindset, AJ's mindset is that there's no hurry. We do things when we want. We're the champ. We take our time. And it's the same thing with Wilder. What's this, right? Wilder is the champ, right? And all of a sudden, Dillian White hasn't really done anything, but yet he's calling him out. What's Wilder saying? We don't fight no leftovers or scrubs. We only fight champions. So Wilder's doing the same thing to Dillian White. So what we're saying is that AJ may be looking. I'm saying AJ may be looking at Wilder in the same light. That's the answer to your question. Go ahead.
878.
Hold on, ticket. 1 second, brother. I'm gonna come right back to you.
All right.
Come right back to you. Jeff, Dream Chasing Boxing, you back in the building, brother?
Oh man, I'm still working right now. I had to come through for this one, man. I was saying all this foolish stuff. I had to come through, man. Yeah, I'm in the building.
Go ahead, man. You got a question for EJ?
Bro. My question is fucking Anthony Joshua? Is he still training? Is he still sleeping? Has he not heard the interview? Is he that busy? You're talking about two grown men, and you got one man out here flat out harassing you. Create a narrative that you're afraid and you're too busy sipping tea to respond? Come on, man. Like, we don't want to hear none of this whole he feels if he's above foot, man. That attitude may fly over there, but it ain't flying over here. This whole pompous, I'm above you because I feel like I am. We ain't trying to hear that. That's another champion calling you out, period. And if you're not responding, perception is reality. You look like somebody's outside calling you out for a fight, and you're like, nah, man, I'm gonna stay inside this house, and because I'm so special, my muscles are really big, I have a great smile, and like, we're not trying to hear all that shit, man. We're not trying to hear all that. So right now, how it's looking to me, my question is, why up until this point, after being harassed, after the whole world is talking about the fight, Joshua still hasn't said anything?
Okay, we're gonna answer that question, right? So going back to the question, if you're in the street and you're going about your business, and a guy, some drunk guy says, "I want to fight you," and now you're about your business going home, and this drunk guy say he want to fight you, do you fight him? No, you don't. You keep on walking. 1 minute, you 1 minute, 1 minute. You keep on walking. Same thing with this here situation here. Because a brother calls you out. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm asking you a question. All right? Because a brother calls you out, don't mean you have to fight him. And then you have to look on economically in there from the UK perspective. It's like, wow, we're doing big numbers over here. We're doing well. We're picking and choosing the fights we need to do at the right time. Where I'm good. And I'm remember again, fighting is a business and a matchmaking thing. So I'm gonna fight you where I'm at the most trip. 1 minute. I'm gonna fight you where I'm at my strongest, and maybe you're not at your weakest. That's what fighting some people do. That's why some people catch people on layoffs, catch people on short notice. That's what fighters do. Now, from the AJ's perspective, I'm not trying to say you're weak, I'm not trying to say you're soft, but the bottom line is, if you sign that contract, you're not in shape. That's on you. So going back to when someone calls you out, no, bruh. You take your time, you sit down, you watch, you study your opponent, you take your time, you write some notes down, and when you're ready, you agree to the fight. Now, let me tell you something. Now, this is a business, bruh. This ain't no street fighting thing, bruh. Ain't no brother over in the USA. That's how people get killed out here. You can't meet Bray and call you out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fight you now. No one does that, bruh. Who does that? Like someone calls you out in your face. All right, I'm gonna fight you. Y'all, you're gonna be manipulated. You're gonna get your ass knocked out because someone calling you out. They know they're loaded up. They know they got something in their hand. They know they got something in their pocket, and you know they're gonna kill you. They're gonna stab you. So you don't do that, bro. So let's move on. Why you think he? Now let me finish what I'm saying. Why you think? You asked me a question. Now you have to be finished, though, innit? All right. So why you think? From your perspective, some pompous attitude. You remember, we're from England. We land with the Queen. We're civilized. We have operations. We drink tea. I'm not trying to say you're savage. Hey, we're not trying to say you're savage. We're not trying to say you're savage. But I want Hey, we're MBE. We add you, Joshua. We're MBE. We're from the English Empire. Yeah, we go back parliamentary. Hey, 1 minute. We go back parliamentary procedure. Parliamentary procedure dictates that when we do anything, we take our time with it. Next question, please.
Everybody mute themselves. Let me talk to EJ for a second here. EJ, you just said, I caught that. You said in response to Wilder calling out AJ that, you know, you can't respond. It's not street fighting. You can't respond to people like that because these guys will kill you. So you already talking about life and death when it comes to Deontay Wilder. We're not talking about that. We think Wilder gonna knock out AJ. You talking about life and death and all these decision makers. Then you say you from the land of the Queen where you're civilized and this and that. So let me tell you something, man. Eddie Hearn was on that line. He was woke. Tyson Fury was woke, and they called that line. You believe AJ was somewhere sleeping? Come on, man. Stop it, EJ. Let me get go ahead, take it.
7-8. I'm gonna end all this. Hey, EJ, unmute yourself, EJ. In 3 hours, in 3.5 hours, EJ, me and you one-on-one, we're gonna have a debate.
We're doing it right now.
No. On my channel, I'm gonna send you a link straight to my channel in 3 hours. Yeah. And me and you, we gonna go at it because I'm gonna destroy your ass today. And I'm gonna end all this shit.
Let me say something. I'm a spokesman, yeah, and I do things in parliamentary procedure. You offer me a challenge, I will get back to you in due course. Let me go to the next question. Let me talk to 78. Let me talk to 78. Let me talk to 78.
Due course.
Let me talk to 78.
He ducking let me address 78. It must be in the water out there.
I heard your proposal, and we will get back to you, yeah, in due course. 78, yeah. Let me address.
Just like AJ. I guess ducking is in the water out there.
Let's have some parliamentary procedure out here. 78. Right, what I was talking about on the street, a drunk guy and a normal guy. That's what I was talking about. Scared to death. You don't fight no guy. You don't know what he's holding. So I was referring to that, not necessarily to AJ scared of Wilder, not in that perspective. Yeah, I was saying in the business, you take your time and you read the contract, you study your fighter, and you work out the ins and outs. That's what you do. Everyone does that, and that's why. So you guys, you can read into fear and all that stuff. They're fine, but really and truly, end of the day, yeah, all that stuff doesn't matter when the two combatants get into the ring or when they sign the contract. They're going to be professional. They're going to come there to the ring, and boy, you know, because it's big stakes on the line. So it's not the sort of thing you just want to rush in and start yelling and shouting and back and forth. Now, addressing anyone else challenging, yeah, EJ Boxing Live, yeah, I'm saying right now, I'm with the Ldbc, the most feared boxing unit on the whole of the YouTube boxing right now. I address you by myself. If you have any questions right now, we're here. It don't make no sense, yeah, going on one-on-one. Sevier has the biggest platform. I'm here asking you questions. No. I'm AJ Spokesman. I told you I will get back to you. 1 second. I told you I will get back to you.
Can't nobody jump in.
1 minute. I said I would get back to you. Well, I told you I would get back to you.
No
problem. I said I'll get back to you. So what we saying is this. What we saying is
you sound just like EJ. You sounding just like Anthony Joshua right now, man.
Yeah, ain't no refund over here in Ldbc. You sounding just like
I'm a spokesman.
You sound just like Anthony Joshua, man.
I guess from England. You can read into how you want. You can read that into what?
Man, or cut the shit out. Cut the ducking shit out, man. I don't know what kind of duck stuff.
Tell me, let me ask you a question. Ticket TV. Let me ask you a question, Ticket TV. Let me ask you a question. What is there to say that we're not saying now? I'd like to know that. What are we not talking about that we're not talking now?
First of all, what is there to say is I'm gonna destroy you on every single point you make up.
Yeah, but I'm waiting now. Destroy me now. Destroy me now. I'm right here. I'm right here right now. So I'm waiting to destroy. You haven't done nothing. None of you done nothing. All I'm doing, I'm the spokesman for AJ, right? All I'm doing is, go ahead, Sevier. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm gonna let K Black go, and then EJ and Tiki gonna have to listen. It's smoke. EJ talking about he wants to smoke right now. Ticket, handle your business. Let's go ahead and put that work in, Ticket. But
oh shit, okay. Well then y'all mute yourselves in. Y'all mute yourselves in. Because it's easy work. Mute yourselves. It's easy work. Go ahead.
Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in.
Question number.
Let's get it in right now.
Let's go. Question number 1. EJ, hold on. I got a question for you. Question number motherfucking 1. And don't nobody else jump in. I don't want nobody to say we jumped this dude. I want this one-on-one. Since y'all motherfuckers, since you are a representative of Anthony Joshua, why the fuck have none of y'all been able to get this motherfucker on any interviews? Y'all motherfuckers talk all this shit about Anthony Joshua. AJ, but y'all ain't got AJ on no motherfucking interviews. 7-8 can call this motherfucker Deontay Wilder. We got him on the Ldbc interview when we need it. Y'all talk this shit for AJ, but y'all can't get his ass on the motherfucking line. Answer the question.
I already answered that question already. He's trading. Like I said, he don't do his talking in the ring. He does his talking inside the ring, not outside the ring. Move on. Next question.
First loss. That's your first loss. Right
well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Ticket TV. Let me ask you Ticket TV a question. Let me ask you a question, Ticket TV, because we're having a dialogue here. We're supposed to have a civilized conversation. So let's have a civilized conversation. You're the one. You're the one challenging me to a debate. Is that correct?
Go ahead.
All right. So you don't get the chance to judge, who won the debate or points. That don't make no sense. If you're challenging me, it's up to the people in the comment section and the Ldbc to judge that. Would you agree with that?
Everybody in the comment section, I think Ticket TV.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. When I'm talking about you and me, one-on-one, I'm talking about you and me, one-on-one. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, that when we're debating, I'm telling you one-on-one. Let me finish what I'm saying, my brother. Let me see. I understand what you're saying. Let me finish what I'm saying, and I'll let you continue. I'm talking to you. When you're challenging me, it doesn't make no sense. You scoring when you're challenging. You're not a judge. I'm your competitor right here. I'm on the other side of the corner. I'm in the red corner. You're in the blue. Now you over there swinging. I'm giving you some body shots. That's what's happening right now. We're gonna let the people in the chat decide who's winning. So let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Listen here. I'm the moderator. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm being real here, AJ. By the comment sections right now, EJ, they laughing at you, brother. They saying you acting pompous and stuff.
That's good. Hey, listen, that's fine. I don't mind the comment section. I'm just saying Ticket can't score it. No problem. Let's go next question. I don't really mind that, but I can't have. It don't make no sense. He's scoring and then giving questions. I wouldn't. It don't make no sense.
Here's the next question. Let's get right to it. Here's the next question. What makes the what is so significant of a difference of the resumes of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua? Answer that question. Except for a 41-year-old Vladimir Klitschko who came off a long layoff, who already lost to Tyson Fury. He was a defeated man. Answer the question. What's so big of a difference between these two guys' resumes?
Let me give you know what's funny, yeah? You're asking me a question, but you're answering your own question. All right, so I would answer the question. I would answer the question myself because you seem to be asking a rhetorical question, but I will answer the question in my own pace. So what we're saying is this: the resumes compared. To be fair, in my opinion, there's not much in the resume. But right now, AJ has Vladimir Klitschko, but there's not much in it. You could take away Vladimir year layoff and that. There's not much in it. So I would concede to that point. There's not much in it, and I give both the guys are putting in the work now. That's why the fight must happen. Next question.
Hey, hold on one second. Hold on one second. EJ, phenomenal performance right now. I'm gonna tell you something. EJ, everybody's saying you getting smoked right now, but I appreciate you being here. I definitely appreciate you being here because you're holding down for your guy. Now, Ticket, this is right now from the comment section. This is a landslide. You don't have to go no more, Ticket. From the comment section, I want to go.
No. I'm gonna Stavern this. I'm gonna Stavern to this motherfucker. Hold on. Unmute your ass again, dog, because I got something else to ask you. I really got something else to ask you, bro. This is my third question. This is my third question, right? Okay. Facts. Did or did not Anthony Joshua give decision as far as the fight being stopped when it was against Takum? Yes or no? Answer that question.
Well, this is the thing, yeah? If you want me to answer yes or no, gift decision, I'd answer no, yeah? And I'll explain why.
So
yeah?
You don't think that fight was stopped? You don't think that fight was stopped prematurely?
Will you allow me to, explain?
Go ahead.
Okay, without interruption. Listen, bro, let me tell you something. Before we continue this, yeah, I appreciate everyone. There's no L's in this. It's just a matter of opinion. If you think I've lost them, so fair be it. It doesn't bother me none at all. Ticket is bringing great points, and I'm combating them. I'm just trying to give a fair point. So let me continue from Ticket to be great question. Ticket T came across with. All right, so I talked to Anthony Joshua's sister a day after the fight. She has a hair just not too far away from me, and I agree. At this point. Let's say I'm on your side, so I felt like the fight was stopped early. Now, she was there in Cardiff, and she was there in dressing rooms, attacking them and everything. So I'm going to give her perspective, and this is why I agree with her perspective. She said to me, the young African brother had the fight on short notice, yeah? No one ever thought he was going to win. It was a landslide. He was over there, all AJ, and he was supposed to win. Now, he put up a gallant performance, yeah? But bear in mind, yeah, in England, yeah, there's been injuries to the head. Cut to the head, brain. This is what she was telling me. Brain to damage to the head. Anthony Joshua hits very hard, right? Whether you think he was hurting him or not, very hard. The guy was cut on both sides of his eyes. He was floored. The blood was seeping into his eye. At the time of the stoppage, what we're talking about here, yeah, a couple of punches before he was rocked. The referee jumped in. Now, to us looking at it, and especially in America, we expect the fighters to go the distance. A championship fight. Now, on her perspective, right, and a female, and maybe I'm looking at maybe a healthy and safety thing. This guy gets a couple more punches and he's laying out in a coma, and we're talking about, bro, that fight should have stopped early. Why stop? I'd rather fight stop too early than too late. I understand your perspective of why you may think a good decision and broke AJ's claim, but the thing is, there's no winning in Takum taking a distance. So what if he takes him a distance and break AJ's rocket? What if he does that and he loses his life? Is it worth it? He got the biggest payday. One minute. I'm asking you a question. He's got the biggest payday, right? First and foremost, he can go back to France and say, I won the fight, they cheated me. So he comes out in pluses. And at the same time, AJ, does retain his KO percentage, but also his shine has come off slightly. But the brother man can go back to Africa and spend his money. So I agree why the stoppage should be done. Next question.
Okay, y'all. And you lost on that. And you lost, and you lost on that. But here's the next question for you, right? Why is AJ afraid to come to the United States of America and fight what a mecca of boxing is created? Answer that question. Because the point is, the dude said that he doesn't need to come to the States to get off. He's pussy, and he know we're not allowing him to get around nobody but fighting Wilder over here. So answer that question.
Excellent question. As AJ spokesman, we as AJ's team, would like to inform Mr. Ticket TV that we have already proposed to come to the United States. AJ already speaks fluent Spanish, and we're looking to tap into the Latino market, and we're looking to make a very good impact on American debut. As it stands at the minute, we are working at the logistics, and we will let you know ASAP, right? If anything else, we will get back to you soon. Next question.
Okay, next question. Why is all the UK fighters running in fear of this fight with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua? Why are these motherfuckers suggesting that he shouldn't fight him? I mean, Johnny Nelson, ex-fighter, Carl Froch, ex-fighter, the list goes on. Why these motherfuckers trying to throw Dillian White, a motherfucker who ain't did shit but got his ass whooped by AJ? Why are they trying to throw him in the way but then don't want to put AJ on the end of the contract after Wilder smokes his motherfucking ass? Answer that question.
Hey, before you answer, y'all in the comment section, smash the like button. Shout out to the super chat. It's going down. Go ahead, EJ.
As AJ spokesman, we would like to tell you that we believe that after he fights Dillian White, there will be no Anthony Joshua fight. We believe that Dillian White will handle his business accordingly and beat Deontay Wilder. Therefore, there's no reason for that other fight. Now, me personally, getting some feedback, boxologist, you need to mute yourself. Thank you very much, brother. All right, me personally, and I would like to see the fight right now, right? But in terms of why they're pushing Dillian White, they're trying to say that that basically in the UK again, as you call us pompous, maybe we believe that AJ that Wilder needs to do some more fights to build up the fight. First and foremost, I don't think he needs to. I think the fight should happen now, as I reiterated earlier on. But this is what the mindset of us over here. We want to put Dillian White and prove it in a UK fight to market himself to the UK. Now, bear in mind, Wilder's been over here a couple of times. He helped David Hayes sparring. Also, he KO'd Audley Harrison. So he's been over here, and everyone knows who Wilder is. But I guess more marketing wouldn't do the guy, the chap, more. It wouldn't do him no harm. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why we're putting him in front, because we believe that maybe Dillian will take care of it, and then we can have a domestic cage fight between a WBC champion, Dillian, the body snatcher White, and AJ. So that's why.
Now you buried yourself. Now let me ask you this question: you think that this fight garners more revenue in the States or in the UK?
Is that a direct question? Okay, a direct question to me. As I listened to Shelley Finkel yesterday on his press conference, he brought out the logistics. What he said from his point of view, he said America is the capital of boxing, it will make more revenue going to the States. And now, as far as I don't see anything different. As far as every UK fighter wants to come to the States and fight in America. And as far as I know, Mayweather and McGregor's pay-per-view done, they broke the roof on that. And Mayweather and Pacquiao done very well over there. I don't know if UK's got the history of breaking that. I think the biggest fight so far on pay-per-view was probably Vladimir, but that wasn't in pay-per-view over in the States over here. So we've got Vladimir and AJ, that was very big. So I agree it should be in the States. And they, like I said, AJ is looking to come to the States. So that's
okay. So no, he's not looking to come to the States because he said he didn't want to come to the States. He didn't have to come to the States. He said that. So you're not a spokesman because you're saying different shit than what AJ is saying. Another body on your ass.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. I'm telling you, right, as AJ spokesman, we are coming to the States, right? On our contract, we are coming to the States. We are coming to the States. So if you want to argue backwards and forwards, if you want to disrespect, I don't disrespect you. I don't disrespect you. So if you want to ask a disrespect, I've asked you your question. You can't tell me what you think I'm thinking. I've asked you a question. So next question. Next question. Next question, brother.
You say one thing. Hold on. I'm gonna bust your ass again. Hold on. I'm gonna bust your ass again. Hold on. I'm gonna bust your ass again. Because this is Eddie Hearn 2.0 I'm on the line with right now. And then Joshua say a completely different thing. Eddie Hearn say he wants to fight for the summer of next year. Anthony Joshua say, well, maybe I will take a loss. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I need to wait till 2019, 2020. when asked about going to the States, where do you guys like? I think I'll put on some more fights here in the country for the people. They want to see it here. You know, I really don't need to go to the States. Bullshit. So he says one thing, you say another thing. Eddie Hearn 2.0. Eddie Hearn says, oh, AJ's lighter. He's in great shape. This motherfucker come in to fight against Takam, the heaviest he's ever been. The jig is motherfucking up, man. Your ass just got body
was that a question? Was that a question? Or you answer yourself? Was that a question? Because I like to answer that question. I like to answer that question. I like to answer that question.
Live discrepancies.
Okay. So you're getting to the point where you're judging me on my questions. You don't believe that I'm factual. So I actually talked to AJ. All right, this is what I'm telling you. So I actually right.
Hold on. If you talk to AJ, why y'all ain't got this motherfucker on no interviews on none of y'all channels? Hold on, no.
I don't talk over, brother. Go ahead. You say what you're saying. I'll just listen.
All y'all do that talk about AJ all day. AJ all day. I have not heard one of you guys have AJ on no interviews on your channel. He don't give y'all no pub. He don't give y'all no respect. So how the hell is you talking about I'm his representative? Ldbc, Deontay Wilder.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question, please. Let me ask you a question. If you know, me and 78 talk. Go down my timeline and find interviews with me and AJ. Go down on my timeline and check the interviews with me and AJ and tell me I don't know him. Sitting at you'll see interviews with me sitting at the dinner table. You also see me at the press at the weigh-in, and you also see me talk to AJ when he was at the USA versus America. So you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not telling you lies, bro. I talked to AJ. When I tell you I talked to her, I know his cousin, and I said I know his sister. And I'm telling you, yeah, AJ is coming to the States. So if you want to believe I'm a liar or you think I'm some fanboy, 78 knows I'm not. You don't know me, Ticket TV. And if you don't believe me, go down my timeline. I know Wilder. I've talked to Wilder as well. I do interviews like 78. One second. I do interviews like 78 does. I'm a media person. I go to all the press conferences. You're not talking to no bum. Yeah. I'm addressing you calling me a fraud, bro. Like you're calling me a fraud, and that's disrespectful.
I ain't calling you no fraud.
Now you told me you ain't got no interviews with AJ. I'm addressing.
How many interviews do you got with AJ?
One second. I'm addressing.
How many interviews you got with AJ?
I'm addressing. We're gonna talk over each other.
How many interviews do you got with AJ?
I'm addressing. No, one second. I'm addressing. Yeah, my conversation with AJ at present. Yeah, that's what I'm addressing. Right, not recorded. Someone recorded I'm addressing my interviews at present to his family members and what he's looking to do. You've seen the interview on Sky Sports, and I've already come out already and said my point of view. So you want to call me a liar and a fraud, then that's so be it. But the fact is, I'm blaming being his spokesman as much as you can right now. Eddie Hearn .2, no, I don't think so. He lives in Essex. I'm from London. I don't think so. So that's not really work. I have no problem with Wilder. I love the Ldbc. I love your channel, Ticket TV. And whether you want to say I'm sucking up to you or whatever, no. I like all your guys' perspective. I've come out here to give a balanced opinion and for the people listening. And I've gave you a very good debate as far as I'm concerned, as far as my knowledge up. But when you're questioning what I've done, there's no need for that, bro.
I asked you one question.
There's no need for that. There's no need for that.
And you still ain't answered my question. You did, hold on. You did with Eddie Hearn. You did with Eddie Hearn and AJ.
One second. All right, we're going to talk. All right, I'll let you speak. Go ahead. I'll let you speak. Go ahead. I've asked you a question.
You the Lions again. And it's real hot in this motherfucker. So I'm asking you a question. How many interviews have you done with Anthony Joshua? Period. That's all I want to know.
On my time. Okay. On my interview channel, you see free. You'll see free. Yeah, my interaction was much more. I've done 3 interviews. That's what you'll see over there. Oh yeah, go. That's it. Free.
Okay. Now listen, guys. Listen. This is not. Listen. It was a good debate. All right, you guys going at it. Let's not dwell into the disrespect lane. Let's not dwell over there. Let's just keep it clean because the people watching, we got over 350 some people watching right now. Let's keep it smooth so we can keep it going.
7-8. It's smooth. I asked him a direct 7-8 homie. I asked that man a direct question. The only thing I did was these dudes come say they representatives for AJ. Oh, okay, that's fine. So if you're a representative for AJ, how many interviews have you done with AJ? 7-8 got an interview with Deontay Wilder just last week.
Did I not answer that? Did I not answer the question? Did you not hear me answer the question? I said 3.
I'm gonna go check out your channel. I'm gonna go check out your channel, and I want to see your.
No. You know what? Ticket TV. Hey, Ticket TV. No, Ticket TV. I'm gonna send you right now. I'll send you the interviews right now. Right now in the hangout. I'll send you right now. You don't need to go check it out. You know what I mean? I'll send it to you right now. It's not a problem, bro. Right? I'll mute myself now, and I'll send it in the chat. No. This guy's questioning my integrity. There's no need for that. See, when I'm talking to you guys from the States, yeah, I understand we were hot-blooded. No problem. I understand the language barrier. Yes, I understand that. But, bro, calling a man out trying to say this, I'm not no fraud, bro. Everyone knows me, bro. Like, I don't know if you know me, like, but there's no need to go there where you're going. Don't try to come at me like I'm some punk. I respect the brothers, both of them. They're both good brothers. They respect our people very well. But brother, if you're having a debate, yeah, between two people, and you, like you said, this is like 78 said from time. This is just respect. When you guys are dissing AJ, it's respectful. When I'm representing AJ, it's respectful. That's all this is. I'll send you the interviews right now. No question. Go ahead, 78. Do your thing.
All right, listen. Jeff, are you there? Jeff from Dream Chaser Boxing?
Everybody here. They just don't want to jump this dude because we don't need nobody to say we jumped him.
No. Jeff probably he working right. I know a lot of people working right now. All right,
yeah, I'm here, man.
You working right now, brother? Can you talk?
Yeah, I'm outside doing my thing right now. What's good, man?
It's good. Okay, I just want to. Never mind. If you working, that's okay. That's okay, brother.
No, I got time. Go ahead. I got time.
All right, I was gonna ask you to moderate this real quick. I gotta run in the other room. I'm gonna be gone for like 3 minutes. Can you moderate this real quick? And brothers, please listen up, guys. Be respectful so people can hear both sides of the situation. Okay. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
DCB, EJ, I'm being respectful. The only thing I'm trying to ask is this. These dudes come out and say they representatives for AJ. They speaking for AJ. Only thing I asked him was how many interviews has his group or his company did with AJ. That's all I asked him. I wasn't being disrespectful to the dude. Period.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about me. Sorry, I thought you were talking about my interaction with AJ. Are you talking about interviews about him with Wilder? Are you talking about him asking with Wilder? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about AJ's questions on Wilder interviews? Is that what you're talking about? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You here?
Yeah, I'm asking you a question. Are you talking about AJ's responding to Deontay Wilder's question interviews? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you mean?
I'm asking you. I asked you a direct question, bro. I asked you a direct question. You came on here talking about you're a representative for AJ. You said, oh, AJ sleeps at this time. This is the reason why he couldn't hop on the interview with the Boxing Voice. That you was in the room with this motherfucker last night and know what he had going on. That's why I'm asking you these questions. See, you guys, let me tell y'all something in the chat room. You guys, when you got dudes like this that talk around circles, you got to get them like Deontay Wilder did and put the heat on their ass. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this guy. Because of the simple fact.
One minute. Let me address this guy. Let me address Ticket TV. I know you're talking. I don't know what you're whatever. I'm asking your question. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you back. Now, are you asking my questions with AJ, my interviews, or you AJ's interviews responding to Wilder? That's the question I'm asking to you. So which one is it? My one, where I'm going to send you, or AJ responding to Wilder? Is that the one you're asking me? And how many interviews with what he's talked about Wilder? Is that the question you're asking me? Yes or no? I'm waiting for the answer.
I asked you how many interviews do you have with Anthony Joshua, period.
I said 3. And what's the next question? Is that
you said you're his representative.
I already said that already. So what's the next question?
Okay, the next question is okay, why the hell is this dude not making this fight? You saying the fight's gonna get made? We ain't seen no contract.
I've already addressed that. I've already answered that question already. What's the next question?
All right, man. Whatever, man.
I've answered that already. It's already recorded. I've answered that question already. Anyone else want a question for the champ? Okay, then I guess not. Right? If not, question for the champ.
Hey, man.
Wait. I got a question. Can I ask?
One at a time. Let's have some order now. Let's have some parliamentary order. One at a time. Who's first?
I'll take it. Let me and this is just a personal question to you, EJ Boxing. Can you right now, with the way, since you're a representative and a spokesman for Anthony Joshua, and I would imagine you're also speaking for a lot of the fans that support AJ. Can you, in all honesty, say with it, that you're okay with the way that AJ is moving, and if he decides to stay in the UK, and let's say they don't fight, you would be okay with Anthony Joshua, his place in boxing history and heavyweight?
So it's a very long question. I think I'll break that up. Yeah. So first to get, am I pleased with AJ's conduct of the way he's going to conduct himself? Yeah, absolutely. I'm pleased with his conduct. Now, are you talking about if the fight was not made? No, I wouldn't be happy if the fight would not be made. I want the fight to happen in the summertime of next year. So that's all. Yes. Sorry. No to the last question and yes to the first question. So there you go.
Let me chime in, EJ. It's K Black Boxing, man. I really don't even have a question.
Nice to meet you, brother. Nice to meet you, brother. Very respectful. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Man. I really don't even have a question, man. It's more of a statement. Just you on the Ldbc platform, and we don't judge anyone. We let everybody, have their own opinion. The thing is, though, you just got to be honest. AJ don't want no smoke with Wilder. I know, man. I heard you, debate with Ticket. I heard you basically answer all these questions and basically act like a politician. And you're not really stating the facts. Just state the facts. AJ don't want to smoke with Wilder, and that's fine. Just tell him, at this moment, we know he beat Charles Martin, even Vladimir Klitschko, to gain the other belt. But you can't have a belt and say, hey, I'm still under on the job. I'm still I'm waiting, and I got to get myself basically in a better position in order to beat this guy. If that's the case, drop the titles, continue to go on your and build up your resume until you're able to fight Wilder. You shouldn't hold on to those titles and acting like you're a Colgate model, smiling, acting as if asking a question, who you want me to fight next? You want me to go to the States? You want me to go stay over here? And knowing that the majority of the fans over there are going to say they want him to stay in the UK because they don't want to see him hurt. Because if you cross over to the States, he's getting knocked out by this monster bomb squad, Deontay Wilder.
The bomb squad is Deontay Wilder. Yeah, well, let me. I know it's a statement you made. I believe that you want to see the fight, and I believe that you want to see the best, like we all do. So, hopefully the statement you just made there doesn't happen, and I hope the fight does happen. And I believe AJ is not afraid of him, and I believe the fight will happen. So, that's not really a question to your statement, but I respect your statement. If you believe that was going to happen, then fine. But I disagree, and I believe the fight will happen. So that's cool. Anyone else got a question for the champ?
Let me say something real quick. First of all, let me ask anybody got any more questions for EJ? Because I got a statement to make.
I got a question for EJ. The 503 line. Hey, I just want to ask you one question, man, because you said something about the Dillian White situation. So if the bomb squad, Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, do what he do against the Black Org, Dillian White, would there be any more excuses for the AJ fight? That's all I want to know.
Probably. There probably will be, because you're talking about performances again. If he does his Deverne on Dillian White, then what's there more to say? If he has a performance maybe as Deverne, well, why did he have no bad performances now? Like even with Spilker, like maybe Spilker got a couple of rounds and he's knocked them out. So let's say Wilder's poorest performance was maybe it wasn't even poor because that was like a clinical against Deverne in the first fight. It was great, but I'm just saying if he has that type of performance against Dillian White, maybe some criticism comes in. I mean, each time these guys fight, like their stakes go up. So what I'm saying is that I wouldn't guarantee that. I wouldn't put the EJ. I wouldn't put myself as a spokesman. And remember, I was saying when I mean I'm a spokesman, so I'm gonna explain myself as a spokesman, right? I'm an unofficial spokesman. See, 78 could ask the question, EJ, are you an official spokesman? Which Eddie Hearn is. I'm an unofficial spokesman for AJ. So I'm just making that clear for you guys listening. So I'm answering the question right there. There's no guarantee in that unless it's signed on a contract. So, and even if he knocks them out in England, Wait, well, I guess AJ will have nowhere else to go. If that's the case, if you feel like he's afraid or whatever it is, AJ will be front row if that happened. In fact, Wilder was front row when Vladimir Klitschko and AJ was fighting, and Wilder was looking for the fight then. He was front row, he was doing a commentary, he was looking for the fight then. You know what I'm saying to say? So, you know, there's no guarantee to your question, my brother. So I'd like to see the fight.
Hey, 7-8. Let me ask one last question. Let me ask one last question.
Go ahead,
EJ,
I
want you to know this one. I want you to know this, bro. I respect you for coming in here, man. Real shit, man. This ain't no, don't take it like I'm trying to disrespect you, bro. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? This is the Lions Den. It get hot in this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it be sometimes, because, you know, we got to hold people feet to the fire on this shit, man, because it's a lot of excuses being made for this fight not to happen, and we can't allow that to happen. We have to hold people feet to the fire. Now, my last question is this to you. Known by the boxing fans in the UK, yes or no?
Repeat that question, please.
Go ahead, EJ.
Repeat the question.
I said, is Deontay Wilder known by all the boxing fans? And is he known by all the fans in the UK? Is he known by? Is Deontay Wilder
absolutely
well known in the UK?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely
okay,
yes.
My question. Okay. Let me pin you down on this right now, because you eat your ass right there. If Deontay Wilder is known by all of the fans in the UK, what the fuck is the problem with these motherfuckers saying that he need to fight Dillian White to improve his resume in the UK? If they already know him, what is the issue? Why is there a problem? If Anthony Joshua comes to the States and walks down the street right now, motherfuckers think he played for the Dallas Cowboys. They want to know who he is. Only the hardcore boxing fans will know who Anthony Joshua is. If Deontay Wilder goes to the UK right now, every fucking body in their mama know who he is, because they seen him all over TV fucking putting Varian Stavern ass in a coffin. All this Dillian White shit, all that other talk is out the window, bruh, because you just admitted everybody in the UK already know who Wilder is. So you either all them people that's been out here saying that this dude needs to do this for his resume, he needs to do that. You either that with your own words, because you said everybody in the UK already know who Wilder is. Making this fight, period.
Okay. Let me answer that. Let me answer that question. Not really, because I agree with you. So you have to be body bag to disagree. So I disagree with me being body bag, but that's your opinion. So I'm going to give you mine. When Wilder came to the press call, when Wilder came to the weigh-in, I was there. Wilder was mobbed, right? As soon as he came into the building, people was shouting Wilder, Wilder. And at the same time, AJ was with Vladimir Klitschko at the same time. So people know who he is. I'm 100%. Now you're saying to me, why didn't they make the fight? I've already pointed out already. This is not just a straight one-on-one. We need to debate the fight. This is about their business. A business move. That's what I'm trying to say. And now on the business, and then you know what it is. Canelo, Triple G, waiting it out until Triple G got old. And then they said, yeah. Is AJ doing the same? Maybe. Maybe he's doing that thing. We don't like it, but that's what it is. And it's not like I agree with it either. I don't agree with it. So when we're talking about me being bodied, it's like I agree with you on that point. Why don't the fight be made? Are you asking me why are they trying to put Dillian White? You know the answer why. And it ain't because he's scared and AJ will fight him. What Eddie Hearn is doing is putting obstacles in front of him. He did Luis Ortiz was supposed to be the next guy for AJ, right? That's what was supposed to happen. What Eddie Hearn did, he smartly signed him and made him fight Malik, whatever his name is, Scott, and then he put him against Dave Allen, right? And then it's like, and then Luis Ortiz was, what the heck's happened there? Why am I fighting these guys? Hoping maybe Luis Ortiz would lose. It's the same thing with Wilder. Wilder fighting bloody thing. Dillian, it's the same thing. Hoping maybe he can lose. Put that guy in there. Dillian's trying to earn the right, by the way, to get up the rankings. Maybe he's hoping he's going to lose. So that's probably why. You know the answer to that. But that doesn't mean that AJ is scared. That's not him making them decisions, right? His team's making decisions. Now, you may say, oh, well, he's the champion. Why he told them what to do? Well, let me tell you, when the fighter starts making decisions, that's when fighters get knocked out. I'm going to tell you, Ricky Hatton, he wanted to fight Mayweather. His handlers didn't want to fight Mayweather. He got knocked out. Arturo Gatti, he wanted to fight Mayweather. His handlers said, we don't want Mayweather. He got knocked out. When fighters start making decisions, right, and this is why you have advisors like Shelley Finkel and you have Al Heyman and all the advisors. They're there. You pay them to look after you. AJ has advisors to look after him. He has an unofficial spokesman, which is me, and other people to say, come out and say certain things, yeah, to make people understand maybe their perspective. But it don't mean it's right. It don't mean it's right. But that's what business. So that's my answer to your question, my brother.
Right. Let me get in here, EJ. I got to address something you said earlier. I'll let y'all have y'all debate. But you said earlier because I think you took issue with the Americans saying that, you know, a lot of UK guys have a pompous attitude. Okay, I think you took issue with that. Now, the reason why people take issue with that is by your own words. You came on here, EJ. You know I love you, but you said, "I'm from the UK. We're the land of the Queen, and we are civilized." So by saying that, you are basically saying that we are uncivilized. That's what you're saying. So that's why people say that there's a pompous attitude coming from the UK, EJ. What's your response, brother?
Well, that's a very good question, 78, and I'd like to address that nice and plainly. At the time when I came on, yeah, we was having a nice amicable debate, which is we're having now. Everyone's on mute, everyone's being respectful. But to get to that point, I was addressing what the UK is. Now, what the UK is. Now, you brothers on the YTBC, I'm sorry, the LDBC are very civilized. You always conduct yourself well-orderly and well-orderly mannered. All of you are pristine. The whole lot of you. The LDBC, the most respectful group on the YouTube boxing community. So now, when I was saying that statement, I was only addressing the UK. And maybe you may take it as a punch back at the Americans. I disagree. Because if I didn't think that you was like that, I wouldn't have came over here. So if you took me making a slight at you, it wasn't meant that. I was just saying what the UK is ordered, and we're about parliamentary procedure. We're about conducting ourselves in a well-mannered order procedure, and we're about just taking our time and having a respectful debate. That's all it is. Doesn't mean you Americans are some wily gun-ho, Billy the Kid, shoot man in the big toe foot. We ain't trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that. So if you took it as me making a slight at you, boy, I apologize. But on behalf of the Queen, yeah, and boy, we wish you tea and crumpets. We apologize if you took it that way.
Okay. Sound good. All right. Now, my thing is this, man. Wilder Joshua must happen. I think you agree with that. It must happen. And also, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, has taken these little jabs at Wilder through interviews and stuff like that we never get to hear him talk. Deontay Wilder is calling him out directly. This is another champion in your division calling you out directly. And every time Anthony Joshua has to respond to Deontay Wilder, okay, he says he's beating around the bush and he's saying that I'm not sure we can when I fight Wilder, it'll be a position where I'm in a position to win and blah, blah, blah. And just like the boxing voice called out Eddie Hearn yesterday on this, if you put Joshua in there with Klitschko, and Klitschko is such a great win, what's the holdup for Deontay Wilder? You fought Klitschko already. What's the holdup for Deontay Wilder? What is the difference between Wilder and Klitschko? Is Wilder more dangerous than Klitschko, EJ?
Is Wilder more dangerous? No. Yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, you know what? I don't think people would agree with that. Why are they not fighting? Well, this is the whole point what the boxing voice did. Now, AJ, go addressing AJ's last interview, whatever, with Johnny Nelson and what he said there. Well, listen, I'm sure if you look at the interview, post-interview with Takam, Eddie Hearn said one thing and Joshua said another thing. So maybe they're not on the same playing field in terms of how they see things. But I guarantee after yesterday on the boxing voice, I'm sure there's some words said that basically Eddie Hearn probably feeling that, well, you know what? We maybe need to get things moving. So all the stuff was gone and said. I'm waiting to see the next moves, because the moves, in my opinion, the ball, what you guys would say, is in Eddie Hearn's court. It's been moved to Eddie Hearn's court. That's where it is right now, because a lot of pressure. Shelly Finkel saying, I'm phoning you tomorrow. We're going to sort it out. I'm in New York. Remember, Danny Jacobs is fighting on the Matchroom card. All you guys in the States, go check it out. I think it's in the Barclays, so go check that out. Matchroom's cards, always one of the greatest cards award over here as well. So all I'm saying is this, yeah, the ball's in his corner. If we're talking about past statements, it does come across as AJ is intimidating, and all the things you're saying are relevant. Like, I can't disagree with some of the statements you guys are making, but you have to go by current events. And the current events was the boxing voice. And Eddie Hearn, he got, listen, as far as I'm concerned, he got that, what you guys got that work. But we'll see what happens next. That's all it is. We have to move on and see what happens next. Hopefully that fight happens, man. Hopefully that fight happens. I think Wilder's talking about he wants to fight Dominic Brazil next or something like that to squash that beef.
No. Wilder AJ next. Well, Wilder,
all right, let's get it on. Hey, let's get it on then. Let's get it on.
Absolutely.
Let's get it on.
Now,
yeah. Hey, 7-8.
Hold on 1 second. I
got something for you.
Okay, 1 second. If you agree that Wilder wants AJ next, right, and you as AJ's unofficial spokesman, does AJ fight Wilder next?
Yes, fights him in summertime in a location to get in a location soon. I don't know whether it's going to be over here, where it's going to be here, wherever it's going to be money. If it's in the States, I'm coming over. Hopefully, I see some of you guys in the LDBC.
Absolutely.
Right, we sit right next to each other. Me and Ticket watching right next to something. Me and Ticket have a ticket right next to each other, and we sit there. Watch the fight there, and boy, you know, we made the best man win. Like I said to you, it don't really matter who wins. Those brothers put on a great fight. But wait, but right now, I'm from the UK, so I'm an unofficial spokesman right now, because you need to balance up the debate. I guess that's what why. But like I said to you, man, I like Wilder. Ain't got no problem with Wilder. You ain't gonna get no really disrespect from me about Wilder in terms of his performance of late, or even when he won the championship. So that I just like to put out there. But I am his spokesman, unofficial spokesman, and I want to see the fight now. I want to see the fight next, like you guys do. I don't see why it can't happen, because both the Manchurians have been cleared out of the way. So we want it next. If it doesn't happen next, well, the criticisms are going to be happening, innit? But am I going to call him a pussy? Am I going to call him a dogger? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ask the question at the press conferences. So please stay tuned at the next press conferences. If there's an open press conference, I will ask questions. If you think I'm lying, you need to check out my press conference when Frank Warren was interviewed with James DeGale and the table. And I was the only one to ask the most pertinent questions. Some of you guys say some of the guys, they don't ask questions. Well, if you want to check my records, you can check it right there. My interview, I was at the press conference. James DeGale was there. Lee Selby. I asked them the question what Eddie Hearn posed to them, and this is the question I said to them, which maybe could have got me kicked out. Right? I asked the question. Eddie Hearn said to them, was it a mistake for them to go to the USA? Everyone knows that USA is the proving ground, but I asked that question in a live UK audience, in front of them, in front of all Frank Warren, this and that. And it was hard for them to even answer that. Like, how could you even ask that question? But that wasn't my question, it was Eddie Hearn. So I'll ask the tough questions. I also saw the Oscar De La Hoya when Canelo came over, and I was trying to get him on a one-on-one, and I was going to ask him about the emails. Right? But this guy was ducking me nicely. He saw me coming, and it seemed like when he blackface coming in, he calls his advisor, and he didn't want to interview me. He said, no, we were. And then Coogan got interviewed, and he went. So we hear what people are saying. We hear what people are saying, but the tough questions will need to be asked from AJ. Why is this not happening? Because right now, it's the biggest fight right now. But Tyson Fury, I think UK fans want to see Tyson Fury first, though. I think if you had a poll, I think they want to see Tyson Fury. If you're talking about UK fans, we probably want to see Tyson Fury fight first, though. You know.
Let Ticket hold it down for me.
No, I just want to say I respect.
Ticket, make sure
I just want to say I respect.
Go ahead.
I just want to say I respect your stance, EJ. It ain't no, ain't no hard feelings, my dude. We come on here, we talk boxing. It gets heated sometimes, and we leave it at that. It's no sensitive shit. No disrespect, homie. But we just need to get this shit on the record. So as long as you want to fight next, I ain't really got no issues. I'm just trying to, iron out all of the bullshit that's in the way. You confirmed today, in the UK knows who Deontay Wilder is. So Eddie Hearn is full of shit when he says that this dude needs to fight Dillian White to build his profile in the UK, because everybody in the UK already know who Deontay Wilder is. You said when he went over there, hold on. You said they were screaming and cheering for him, but then when he went in the fight, they didn't recognize him, which was bullshit, because they're trying to not recognize him. That's the issue. But 7-8, I'm gonna tip it out. I want you to know your Bucks are in the hiring Eric Bledsoe in a trade right now for Greg Monroe in a first-round pick. So y'all getting ready to get Eric Bledsoe.
Man, I don't know about that. But go ahead, though. All right, man. Thanks for coming through, Ticket, brother.
All right, homie.
My brother.
Nice one, Ticket, man. Nice one, Ticket, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, bro.
I agree with Ticket. I agree with Ticket TV. I admit, Ticket. I would like to say, Ticket TV, thanks very much, man. It was a very good, hot debate. Very competitive. A very competitive debate. Right, with Ticket, and I'd like to say this, yeah. I want to see the fight, and Eddie Hearn making that statement, it would annoy people. It would piss people off, because people do know who he is. So I like to say that people do know who he is. So anyone coming out there say they don't know who he is in the UK, I don't know why you lying. You need to slap yourself twice, because you're lying. You know who he is. Everyone knows who he is. Bomb Squad, you know who he is. So let's get it right. We know who he is, but we also know who AJ is. One of the biggest fights and money fights right now. So let's get it on. Simple as that. Go ahead, Sam.
I got a question. I got one more question for EJ. EJ,
go ahead.
You there?
Go ahead.
All right. My question is to you. Based on your Anthony Joshua's performance versus Takam, and he came in at that heavy. Are you concerned? Because he gassed out when he fought Klitschko, he just found that second gear. But are you concerned that that's an issue that could hurt him in a fight with Wilder, being that Wilder does not have any stamina issues so far that we've seen in all of his fights?
No, I'm not concerned about the weight. I'm more concerned with like whoever can take the punches and give punches in that sort of fight. The weight and stuff like that. You know, heavyweights, they come in a certain weight. What is his eye of the weight? He's still experimenting about his weight. I don't know why. Maybe he was remember he was supposed to fight Pulif for some months, so maybe he thought he had to be bigger. So maybe it was that case. Because he wasn't lighter, if you attack him probably a longer new attack him was going to start, he might have came in lighter. I have no idea. Maybe, remember, that's one of the biggest fights of his career. Maybe he took it lightly. But I don't think the performance, to be fair, was thing. I think Tackham's a very awkward and tough guy. And I think he's very hard to land. If you look on his record, Joseph Parker never stopped him. In fact, he's very hard to stop. So, and AJ wasn't used to a short squat fighter. What AJ should have done is when he threw the jab, he should throw uppercuts to the body. Uppercut. Lennox Lewis was a master of knocking out short opponents. So maybe technically he needs to change his punches or what he delivered. Maybe uppercuts and hooks to the body. He was doing actually, but Tackham's very good, hard to hit. So I don't think the weight will have an issue. I don't think it's that. I think it's a case of the punches. What punches can Wilder get at the end? Can Wilder throw his punches and keep AJ at the end of it? Can AJ get inside and work the body punches and give Wilder that body work inside? That's what it's about. To me, that's the way I see the fight going on. I don't think the weight, because remember again, the heavyweight division, hey, they always say one punch can take him out. So I don't think the weight was an issue. He looked all right. He looked like he was ready to go the 12 rounds. You know, he looked all right. He didn't look like he was hard hitting Takam though. You know what I mean? Takam was hard to hit. So I don't think it was the issue. That's just my opinion.
Let's go to hold on 1 second. Let me see if the brother's still on. Damn, he dropped off. I was gonna go to Boxologist, but he dropped off. Anybody else got any questions? K Black, you got any questions? Jeff, we're gonna open it up so everybody talk. Just be respectful. Everybody can unmute themselves and just to chop it up.
No, I'm good. I don't have no more questions, 7-8.
Okay, K Black.
No, I don't have no more questions. I'm good. I'm just listening, brother.
Okay.
All right, man. I do want to say something. I definitely appreciate EJ coming on, man. That was real dope. I get, like, again, I get what he was doing in regards to being the politician and, I mean, explaining how Joshua ducking Wilder would be for business reasons. And while I completely disagree with it because I believe that is the biggest fight to be made right now, I get it. It's just that over here, at the very least, we're not trying to hear none of that because it's really lame and tiring. And we're not trying to hear this whole elitist mindset in regards to I'm so special and my money's so long. Like, we're not trying to hear that over here. We want to see the great fights. I want to see anything marinate. We tried the whole marinating thing with Wilder and Fury. That didn't work out. We held off on the Povetkin situation. That didn't work out. So I don't want to wait. So I'm glad to see that ultimately we all agree on the same thing. We just have different views to Joshua's mindset about the situation. I have to see it. I don't think Joshua is that dude mentally, in my opinion. I think there's a little bit of fear in him to fight Wilder, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't maybe I just don't understand how great the UK is and how everything is so organized that talking trash is beneath them. Maybe I just don't get it, but that's my thoughts on the whole situation. I just want to see the fight. I'm glad everyone wants to see the fight, and it's good to have these type of discussions, but if Joshua don't fight him, he's ducking. So it is what it is.
That was a very good assessment what you said there in terms of understanding both sides. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's what he's at. What you said, ordered and everything done in proper, that's how we do it over here. Everything's all good, structured, and it is like that. That's exactly how the UK mindset is. You know, we work, that's just how it is. Work in a certain way and understanding you guys from the States, how you guys stay, that's what it is, man. And I appreciate that, man. Like, if you think he's fearful and stuff like that, I understand that. What's his name? Dillian felt the same way as well. And he felt the same way as well. He was calling him names and all kinds of things and this and that. But, you know, in the ring, you know, that's the thing about boxing. You can believe what you want to be outside the ring. And maybe AJ does that. Maybe, see, this is what I'm saying. Look at the psychology of AJ. Maybe AJ makes you believe, makes you get overconfident, makes you believe that he's soft, makes you believe that you think he's a pussy, makes you think that you get overconfident. And then you know what happened in the ring? He surprises you. And then they did surprise Dillian. Look at Dillian's face. Laid out on the bottom realm, chat shit, get banged. That's the motto over here, you know. Chat shit, get banged.
Yeah, EJ. But Dillian White don't do it though. That's completely different. Dillian White, he runs his mouth more than he actually runs his fist or throws the fist. But one thing I will say though, we do have a model over here in the U.S. as well. and we do have something called a bottom line, and that's where I feel as if our difference is. Like, while you, again, I understand you breaking down everything, showing all the different sides. That's all really cool. I mean, again, there's a lot of people in the U.S. who like to do that as well, but we like the bottom line, and at the end of the day, that's what we're worried about, and that's where we come in, because all that other stuff, all that, like, nice and, elegant way of putting things, that's very nice, but the bottom line is the fight going to happen or not? And if it doesn't, it's going to be a duck. That's the bottom line. Like, a guy could sit down and structure his argument and really break down why, he raped this chick or whatever. He could break it down, show both sides, compartmentalize everything. That's all nice and dandy, but at the end of the day, you raped the chick. That's how we look at it. Joshua could really break it down and show all the sides, all the different variables for why he's ducking Wilder, but he's ducking Wilder.
Much love to the super chat. Boxologist, are you there? Boxologist, are you there? All right, let's go to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I had to turn my what's the name, my mute off. I got you though.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
What you say, bro?
You got any questions for EJ?
I said I got a job. I work
Oh, come right back to me.
Okay. Go ahead, Quest.
All right, yeah. So EJ, I want to bring what you brought up about, Dillian White, and that's what prompted me to ask the question that I asked you before, and I said about like the fact that I've seen AJ talk back. I've seen some fire in his belly, but there is a noticeable difference when it comes to Deontay Wilder, and I'm saying that's my point, that people can't really, that whole he's corporate and he's doing this Houdini act and trying to psych people out. I don't buy that. You see where I'm coming from, EJ? Because I've seen this guy sit there and have this bravado and this boaster when it comes to other fighters, but he does not do any of that when it comes to Deontay Wilder.
So listen, you have to bear in mind, Deontay Wilder is the same as him. He's almost a mirror image. They have both highest KOs they're ever going to face, right? They're both young. They're both devastating. They're both black. They're your mirror image. It's just the ones in America, ones in over here. Now, the fear we're talking about, the language you're talking about, that's what I'm trying to get into. I like to know, he wasn't too disrespectful. He said, I quote, on Dillian fight, he said, I would love to have a fight. I just hope, we go in the ring and me and Dillian can have a fight. I didn't think he was disrespectful. I didn't think he was just stating what he felt. Dillian was being disrespectful all over the place. He called him a bum, called him a drug user, called him all kind of things, yeah? AJ simply said to him, right, well, you know what? Well, we're going to ring. And he did. And remember again, on Sky Sports, you're talking about, what's it? Was it toe-to-toe? Not toe, ringside, or whatever it was, not ringside. Or the face-off, right? That's what we're talking about. On the face-off, right? That's edited by Sky. It was edited. A lot of clips are edited. So you'll see AJ looking at Dillian White, and then you'll see a still of him by himself, and AJ's looking kind of afraid. Maybe they did that. Things are edited. Everyone can do that. But what I'm trying to say to you, if you feel that he has fear and you're believing that, fine. No, it's not a problem. What I'm trying to say to you is that, and like I said to you, the brother is training, keeping his mouth shut, and that's what I think a fighter should do. An old school fighter's perspective. I'm not saying Deontay Wilder should do it. Deontay worked hard as well, but he believes Deontay Wilder is firing back on everyone who's disrespecting. He's being disrespected. Like over in the UK, some people call him a bum, call him names. I'm like, do come I call Deontay Wilder a bum. I got a picture on my thing. And I said, like, he's wearing a fur coat. And I said, the king has left the building. Some guy wrote on the bum. Bro, that guy got blocked, man. You can't be talking shit about the Wilder. What? The man just put his work in. So my whole thing is there. Both guys deserve respect. And Deontay Wilder right now is shooting off the mouth because he's being disrespected. And why not? Someone talking shit, I'll go after him as well. That's why he done Charlie Z. So what I'm saying to Deontay Wilder is doing what he has to do to get his base, which is you guys in the States, back him. AJ and the other end is like England. We like that sort of mannerism in England. We like people quiet, not really outspoken, the same way ever. We like that in the UK. So a lot of people love AJ. But in the understanding, when they collide, it's going to be a great, great fight. And it needs to be next. I reiterate that. It needs to be next.
All right. Santee Wilder.
So
what's up, Santee?
What's going on, brother?
What's good? Santee, you go ahead and go. Give us your take on AJ Wilder, and then box knowledge as you go.
Yeah, I believe that the fight it needs to take hold next. We don't need any holding up the progress of this, because everybody's on board, man. You got
You have these celebrities coming out here and speaking up, and you have folks calling it what it is. You know, we did this with the Pacquiao and Mayweather situation. We did this with the Triple G and Canelo situation. We don't need to go through another 9 months just to have Eddie Hearns bluff us out and then spin it around to 2019. We need to get this done, man. This is absolutely important. I'm glad that he got put on blast last night, and it was completely appropriate because these charlatan promoters think that the fans are stupid. They think we can't catch on, and folks don't know better on what they're trying to do. The true name of the game is let me milk this out as long as I can for as much money as I can possibly receive, which does the fans and undisputed no justice at all.
I have a question for the LDBC, right? So this is my first question to you guys since I've been getting that work. With you guys, so like you've been saying, my question. Listen to all of you guys, 78, all of you, Boxologists, all of you. Why are you calling AJ Juice? What's it? Juice A. Like 1 minute. When there's no reason for this, yeah. Let me finish. No reason for this, yeah. The man has passed the Olympic test. He's passed every test put forward to him, right? The brother, everyone know about brother's genetics, perfect genetics. He's a supreme athlete, worked hard all the time. There's no need, there's no reason for that. He's done every test available to him. But yet, like, you're gonna put the narrative about the brother, about he's on drugs. Furthermore, which in my opinion damages the fight's credibility if Wilder beats him, saying he was on that juice. I'd like you guys to respond to that disrespect, and it's unwarranted. Hey,
say that. Let me go first real quick. Let me tell you my stance. First off, I've never thought he was on kind of steroids. In fact, you know what I'm saying, he's one of my favorite fighters, and I'm actually on the position that, you know, when it comes down to it, if I had to put money on it, you know what I'm saying? Now, I always thought Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder. Until Saturday night, I felt like Wilder truly has a power equalizer where he can really knock anybody out. I think as far as technique is involved in certain skills and attributes, I think that Anthony Joshua has a lot of advantages over Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And they equalize each other with the power. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, one guy knocks out, hits harder. I mean, you really can't say because of their knockout percentage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still in a position that he beats him. But I think that when Eddie Hearn gets to talking, he just kind of makes him look bad. You know what I'm saying? And kind of puts doubt in my mind about it because you're managing the man. And I don't know if it's because he's trying to let the shit marinate and bring boxing back to the heavyweight forefront, or whatever he's trying to do. But regardless of what he's trying to do, it puts a little doubt in my mind, but I still believe in Anthony Joshua's skills. And I think, you know what I'm saying, that he'll still beat Wilder, but I also feel like Wilder can really beat him too. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like if I was a betting man, I still put my money on Joshua, especially in the UK. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I stand. I ain't never said nothing about him being on steroids or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of on the opposite of where everybody else in the LDBC is.
Right. Well, let me say this about the Juicy J. Hey, Juicy J. Let me go ahead and give you the background of that. I started that, okay? And the reason why is to shame Anthony Joshua. That's why. I don't know if he really on steroids, but my intentions was to shame him into a fight with Deontay Wilder. I'm going to use every tactic I can use. If I got to call him a sucker, a bitch, a faggot, whatever I got to call him to get him in that ring, that's what I'm going to call him right now, because we Clubber Lang and he Rocky Balboa. He got to get his ass in that ring, right? And all the stuff he been saying right now has been real bitch made to me, all right? It's been real feminine to me. You a champion. You got 2 belts. Don't tell me you need time for this guy when you just fought Klitschko. So now you're telling me Wilder better than Klitschko. That's what you're telling me, because you need time to develop. You didn't need time to develop to fight Klitschko, but you need time to develop to fight Wilder. What time do you need? Okay? Because if your skills is good enough to fight Klitschko, a man who ran the heavyweight division for 10 years, why do you need time to develop to fight Klitschko? To fight Wilder. Or is it another reason? Everybody Wilder get ready to fight. Every time he get ready to fight a top guy who everybody want, they pop dirty. Povetkin pop dirty. right? Ortiz popped dirty. The other bum popped dirty. So now Joshua don't want no smoke. I got to use every tactic in my goddamn arsenal to get this sucker in the ring. That's all I'm saying. Now, do I know he on steroids? No. But I'm going to use that to get his ass in the ring. I'm going to shame him. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, EJ.
Oh, no, hold on. Can I answer? Because he asked the whole LDBC, right? So,
yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so all right, on my channel, there is a video I did coming out when we were talking about Dillian White. Ironically, when Dillian White started all that crap about him being on PEDs, I came out in defense of AJ. The video is on my channel. Now in correlation to what 78 said, the problem is that when somebody talks about waiting almost 2 years to fight somebody, and being that I have my, I know about fitness, I know about performance enhancers, and I've even had private conversations with the brother Santee Walden on here about that shit, it seems suspect to me. And so therefore, when Wilder's catching everybody left and right, getting dirty, that's why I started co-signing it. So that I'm just explaining my position on that.
Yeah. Dan, hey, let me talk to the chat real quick. Dan the Man Boxing, do you want to get in, brother? Do you need a link? Or you just listening in right now? Let me know. Let me know anybody in the comments who want to jump in and put their 2 cents in.
I wait for anyone else want to respond to that before I come back? Because I like the whole community to respond on that before I come in. Anyone else going to say anything?
Yeah, I'll chime in, man. Hey, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if the man is on the juice, but absolutely he needs to be shamed. His back needs to be put against the wall. All this old chump shit. I'm scared to get in the water. You know, if you're gonna sink or swim. You done fought Glitsko, the big dog. You know, the guy that was taking everybody out for 10 years. Now, if you're too scared and all this other business, then just put the belts in the trash can, man. Like did for Lennox Lewis. Put him in the garbage, man. But don't waste our time. You know, he needs to be shamed. Put that pressure on him, make it hot in here. You need to see sweat coming off his forehead. Absolutely. This is what it takes sometimes in order to get to the nitty gritty, man, and get down to the fight. Because don't nobody time need to be wasted, man. Absolutely, I agree. He needs to be shamed.
Okay. I got a question. Blood asked a question. Let me see if I can find it again. Blood asked for EJ. Blood want to know, why is it that people say that Deontay Wilder? Blood, hold on. Let me get that question. I want to see exactly what he said.
Let me respond to that. Hey, Seven, let me respond to that. Oh, you want to say something? You want to respond to?
Yeah, I'm gonna chime in real quick.
Okay. Go ahead. Because I want to respect. Hey, 78. Before you give Blood's question, let me respond to the last question. Go ahead, young man. Go ahead.
All right, it's definitely a tactic. You know what I mean? Juicy J, because we do want to get him in the ring. So if it takes that saying like, hey man, hey Wilder, everybody that fight Wilder definitely pop dirty. So we definitely think you might pop dirty as well. So you know, if you're not popping dirty, I mean, if you're not juicing, get your ass in the ring. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a tactic. It's nothing else. You know, on my end.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Go ahead.
All right. So let me respond to that. So all right. The slander continues. Yeah. So I remember with the Pacquiao and the Mayweather thing. You know, Mayweather came out and said, yo, we chop up like Chinese, whatever. And then the Pactars were named, you know, Manny Pacquiao fan, the Pactars. It's hilarious. Like, I thought it was hilarious. But the name calling, it gets a bit personal now. Like with the Juicy thing, it is personal. And you know what? If it's a tactic by the LDBC to get AJ in the ring by any means necessary, that's what you're saying. Hey, it might work. But at the same time, does it take away when the fight actually happens and you're trying to build it up, they're gonna say, hold on a minute, you're saying he's juicing. So it doesn't really matter if Wilder knocks him out. He was juiced up anyway. So what I'm saying is that from my perspective, it takes away shine from Wilder's victory. He beats a guy who you say is juicing. That's why I in my opinion, I was wondering the tactics. But I understand where you're coming from now. From your perspective, and Wilder did use it, and it's there to infuriate. It maybe infuriate AJ or not. It would definitely infuriate the UK fans, and that's probably what, you know what I mean. I understand that.
EJ.
But in my opinion, One second. In my opinion, I feel a certain amount of shine because when the fight's made, then it will be made, and everyone's doing their breakdown. And this guy's the most dangerous guy Wilder's ever faced, and this and that. If you bring in the steroids, it takes shine away from the guy. But I understand where you're coming from. Now I understand what you meant by calling him juices, and everyone else does. So I respect Sevier and the rest of the LDBC explaining that strategy. Go ahead, Boxologist.
Blood question was.
Go ahead.
He says, ask EJ why people like to say, people in the UK, why people in the UK like to say Wilder wasn't in a rush to fight Klitschko when he had the strap. But yet, they let AJ get a pass for needing time to develop when it comes to fighting Wilder. Now, these are all in AJ's words now. What's your take on it, EJ?
All right. Okay, all right. That's a very good question. Very good question, Blood. Very good technical question. And on that one, I'm gonna have to go to my own knowledge and not really refer to AJ because the mindset of that. So you got to talk about timing. I think around that time, I know boxing beats or whatever, and myself, we talked to Wilder at an interview before he was a champion, and we were saying, I did ask Wilder, why are you not fighting Klitschko, right? So I'm only gonna go by that. Why are you fighting Klitschko? So well, I'm the WC Manchuri, so we're trying to get that belt, and after that, we're gonna unify all the belts, which Wilder has said he wants to unify all the belts. So why did Wilder fight? I think Wilder was higher ranking than WBC. That's why I think he went that route. I don't think he ducked Klitschko. I think you fight where he was putting a sanctioning body where you're the most highest, and I think. I don't know why they say that. I think it's a case of it would infuriate and trying to say that he didn't want to fight Klitschko. He was in Klitschko's training camp, but I think Wilder wanted to fight him. But again, everything's about time, and I think if you're going to fight for the vacant belt with Vitaly vacated and pick that belt, and then after that try and fight the champion. And why didn't they mate? You'd have to ask Vladimir. And I don't know why that fight was, man. Why is the AJ and Wilder fight not happened yet? I don't know, but I don't think he was ducking him. So I disagree. You UK fans, not myself, yeah. I think Wilder wanted to fight Klitschko. I think he would have fight Klitschko, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You talk about the past. Let's talk about the present. We have two, right? And another thing as well. Who cares about what Vladimir? The guy was boring. I don't give a shit. Right? First and foremost, anyone knows about boxing, people should look on Vladimir. Who did he win his first title with? Like, someone needs to answer that question. Because if you look in the history, he didn't win the world title. He got it given to him. Right? 10 years of domination against who? What, David Haye? Like, bro, listen, no one cares about Vladimir now. He's boring, right? He's boring. And these two are the most exciting fighters since Tyson, the Holyfield, and Lewis and all that. These two right here, these two brothers right here. So let's get that on. People talking about the past, stay in the past, bro. Let's talk about the present. So I'm saying Wilder didn't want to duck. He wouldn't duck Klitschko. I think he wanted to fight Klitschko. But if you're higher ranked than the WBC and your belt's just in reach, go for that and then start trying to pick up everyone else, which he's trying to do right now, Wilder. And AJ's doing the same thing because he has 2 belts as well. So I don't think he was ducking them. And the UK fans who are saying that are lack of knowledge because in the day, yeah, Wilder, AJ, they want to fight the best. So let's get it on. That's my answer to you, bro. Very good technical question, by the way. And maybe if I miss some points, that's the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Anybody else got anything to add to the conversation before we move from Joshua Wilder? Can't hear you, boxologist. You going in and out? There you go. Wait, there you go.
All right. I wanted to ask EJ, man, because I know you asked that question about like Juicy J. That shit classic, 78. Yeah. Hey, but were you trying to like I know you saying you taking away the lackluster or whatever. You were saying about how it takes the lackluster away from the fight. You know what I'm saying? If he beat him, and you say he beat him on the juice. So were you thinking like that like if Anthony Joshua were to beat Wilder, do you think that the LDBC would say that he beat him on the juice?
Yeah, it's absolutely, yeah. That's where it goes with that. Yeah, that's where it goes. That's why I want to understand where they were coming from because it doesn't go nowhere anywhere good. It's all right. It all leads. In my opinion, it all leads into disrespect. But Sevier has outlined it, and he just wants to see the fight. So that's where that was coming from. But right, I was saying where it finishes. Huh? Yeah, I understand that. Sevier. But where it finishes, it's where it finishes though. That's what I'm saying. It's where it finishes because the brothers are going to fight, and after the fight, you're going to say, "Well, the guy was." Because what it is, Sevier, partly people believe it is funny. A juicing J, it's hilarious. So that is, you know what I mean? It's good. Wilder used it, funny, hilarious. But on the other side of it, other communities are gonna use it, and they're gonna take the shine away from Wilder. Where he was juiced up, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's a case of it's fun, but at the same time, it gets serious when certain people are using it, and they're gonna diminish Wilder's victory if he was to be AJ. It was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, but I know you're gonna say no. Of course you're gonna say no, but that
but
could happen.
He's on record saying that he didn't mean it though.
If Wilder beats AJ, and AJ is known as A Juicy J, then that's even more props for Wilder because he beat a juiced up AJ. Now,
that's not that's not good, man.
Yeah, but listen, we don't really.
That's not good, 78. Come on, 78.
Listen, bro,
that's not good. That's taking it. Go ahead.
Listen. We don't really believe AJ is on the juice. He could be. I don't know, but I don't really believe that. I must say whatever I gotta say to get his ass in the ring. You know what I mean? We got to shame this man. You know what I mean? And I got another video coming calling AJ a homosexual. He got to get in the ring. He gonna have to do something. I seen a picture of AJ look real suspect with some dude with skinny jeans touching on AJ butt. What's that about? We're gonna talk all kind of shit until he get in that ring.
All right. Let me tell you something.
You know what? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Or you fucking around?
I'm gonna put that video out. I hope I.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Let me tell you something. You know what? Hey, 78. Let me tell you something. If you that's what you feel you need to go down that route, fine. But what I'm trying to say to you is it's not gonna end with nowhere good. My whole thing is this, right? I understand where you're coming from to get him in the ring. The bottom line, they're gonna get in the ring. But what are they gonna get into when they get into the point where all the suspect homosexuality allegations, the juicing which you put out, you don't really believe, you just want to get in the ring, they're gonna fight. So all these other side things happen. When this is what I'm trying to say to the LDBC right now. If AJ was to knock out Wilder, are you gonna say he was juicing? Are you gonna say he's homosexual? Then if you're saying that, then what are you gonna say? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This one minute. If that's what I'm saying. So if that same homosexual and juiced up guy knocks out your guy, what's that make your guy? See, it's no win.
What's gonna happen is this: if the moment AJ signs to fight Deontay Wilder, that's when the real hardcore boxing talk begins. And if
it doesn't. It doesn't.
If AJ beats Wilder and he passes all them tests, then you don't have to worry about me talking about nothing about AJ was juicing.
78.
Because these are the same tests that popped Ortiz and Prevekin. If AJ passes them, it's no problem. We want to see a fight. I'm
One minute, Bollister. What I'm trying to say to you, 78, you can't control it at this point. It's out in the atmosphere. Man is on that shit. Man is talking that shit. Other people are going to take that tag and they're going to run with it. And it's going to be out of control. You can't control. At that point, when the narrative is put out there, it will not be controlled. My whole thing is this, yeah? The disrespect towards the brother man, yeah? This was like, over here, we call some UK people, not me, they call Wilder Beyonce. They also call him the Alabama windmill. They call him names like that, right? He's getting name calling and it's backwards and forwards. And you know what? It does build a fight up. But what I'm trying to say to you, just going back to the Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, he was juiced up, this, that, the other. It does take some shine away. So what I'm saying is, when the narrative's put out there, wherever it falls, where it might still be it. But what I'm trying to say to you, as when someone's throwing stones, yeah, in glass houses, you know what happens sometimes. It comes down on you. That's what I'm saying. Be ready to take the food. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Let's deal with what you just said there. You said that in the UK, there are people that call Wilder Alabama windmill, and they call him all kind of stuff, right? So they got to be able to deal with Juicy J. They got to be able to deal with it. Don't ask me to be civilized and humble, and you can take your shots. No, you're gonna deal with this smoke. We're gonna get his ass in the ring. He got to deal with this. You know. And
to add on with what 78 is saying real quick. Hey, mutual stuff, bro. You gotta back the what's name. But listen. When everybody was talking about Pacquiao was on steroids, that shit, we rolled him for that shit all the way up until the fight. But when the fight happened with Floyd, wasn't nobody saying Pacquiao was on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Then after they took the fight and he passed the test and everything, wasn't nobody saying nothing. So I understand what 78 is saying. Yeah, he can say that and talk the shit now, and it's not going to diminish the fight when it happens, because when he signed on the dotted line, he damn sure ain't gonna be on no if he is juicing. Even if he is, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But even if he was juicing, we know he ain't gonna be juicing when he signed on dotted line and fight Wilder. So at that point, all the steroid talking is talking. We can just hone in on the actual fight of itself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a fight where we, besides the Pacquiao fights or Marquez fights, will in the build up to we wondering like, oh man, this dude he's on the juice. You know what I'm saying? He's on the juice. He's about to fight him on the juice because, and the only reason we said that is because he you know what I'm saying? It was time where they wasn't gonna take a drug test. You know what I'm saying? Like openly came out on record and said we're not taking a drug test. So now the speculation comes in. But with this fight, we can speculate all day because the fight is not happening. And if somebody, you know, wants to say that right now, you know, whether they got proof or not, you know, they justify because at the end of the day, the fight is not happening. But when a fight does happen, nobody's going to be talking like, oh, well, you know, man, we hope we can beat Wilder can beat Joshua because he's on the juice, or man, you know, Joshua gonna win because he juicing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna say that. You know what I mean? And so the narrative is not gonna be spin right there.
Somebody else jumped in.
Yeah, that's my spiel. But go ahead.
Yeah. Hey. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you, Senti.
Yeah, man. Hey, shit. Bottom line is, this is a grown man's game. We sit here shooting this shit, you know, before the build up of the fight. And shouldn't nobody, somebody please mute your mic. But shouldn't nobody be crying and acting sensitive about no damn name calling, man. We grown ass men. At the end of the day, shouldn't nobody be doing that shit. It is what it is. We understand what is behind the narrative is to get these brothers in the ring. In particular, get Anthony Joshua in the ring. You know, no ducking, no hiding, and call you whatever to get you from behind that curtain and get you standing there in that ring. That's my point.
So I got it. By Malcolm X tactics, by any means necessary. I've got it. You've outlined it, your plan of attack, and it seemed like it's working because the champ, Deontay Wilder, has said it in the ring and he said it there, and the UK fans are acting accordingly, flagging channels down and certain things. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this: the war has just started, and boy, listen, I made the best man win. Well, I'm glad you explained your tactics, and it ain't no sensitivity. I was just wondering why it was coming out, why that was coming out. But I understand if you want to get the fight in the ring, and that was the motive, really, other than facts, then hey, so be it. Let's get it on. That's what I'm saying.
EJ, you should know that though, man. I mean, remember Tyson
no. Boxologist. When I'm talking the spokesman for AJ unofficially. So when I'm talking for the people listening in the UK, they will need to know what the UK. They will need to know what the brothers in the States, the Ldbc. They need to know what the plan of attack is, so they can master their attack. So that's what this is. It's a counter attack for attack to get in. And both the fans, the UK and America, Ldbc, want the fight in the ring. So I'm just saying, yeah, of course, little shit talk ain't going to hurt nobody. But I understand that, you know, you just wanted to get the fight in the ring. That's the whole purpose behind it. So they're going to fight. We know that. But it's just when. That's what we're concerned about. Go ahead.
No, I was going to, let me just really quick touch on the whole Pacquiao and the whole, all that steroid use. Listen, I'm of the mindset that, and I'm pretty sure everybody else has watched Pacquiao's career. We had to live through that whole troll fest on YouTube. We all know what was up and what was going on in Pacquiao's camp. We didn't need no test to confirm it or anything like that, especially after Freddie Roach said he ain't know what he was getting in those milkshakes. And then all of a sudden, Pacquiao's body changed, his punch output changed, his whole entire approach to fighting changed, okay? And that was, you know, something that why I feel like goes amiss, why we were in many ways validated for taking the position that Pacquiao was juicing. But AJ, it's all to get this dude in the ring. And it's no heat. I defended the kid. And until he tests, if he come up with a test and it pop dirty now, EJ, I'm letting you know now, Quest X is going to get him. I'm going to flame him till the end of his days. So I'm just keeping it up, keeping it real with you right now.
I'm just saying
if
right
he
now,
pop dirty,
cool. Wilder pops dirty. Well, I'm not going to chase Wilder to the end of the days. I'm just going to say, Wilder, if you want to chase AJ to the end of the days, so be it. If Wilder pops dirty, he pops dirty. Like, that's what happens, bro. You know what I mean? It could happen. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, I ain't taking the drugs. I know that. If you want to chase after the brother and like criticize him perfectly, so be it, because they failed a drug test, and they know they're not supposed to. So, hey, it's their mistake. They use Pocket, as Povetkin, and all the other guys there, Luis Ortiz and so be it. But if you want to chase them, so be it. While the pop's dirty, so be it. It's very sad. This is very sad for boxing that PED's uses is being used. As me and 78 was on an interview with Chris Bird, he said all the heavyweights are taking it. I remember 78 remembers that interview. He was saying all of them takes it.
Question, yeah, okay. Go ahead, EJ.
Yeah, Chris Bird was saying all of them take PEDs. And I interviewed, this is years ago, like 3-4 years ago. Like Chris Bird was telling us, and I was like, wow. And if you look at Chris Bird's body of when he was fighting and look at him now, I was like, boy, you know, how do you know that? Because he, you know what I mean, he looked kind of skinny now, and he was big. So I don't know, man. Like, so, you know, if they take it and he's found out Wilder or AJ, it's going to be very sad because we're building the fight up as both people on both sides of the ponds. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to be very, very sad. That's what I'm saying. But continue the attacks. We continue over here and let's see what happens. Go ahead.
On some real shit, man. I'm under the notion that anything like, you know, performance in head, like if any kind of supplement that gives you any kind of boost, I don't give a damn if it's a 5-hour energy drink. You know what I'm saying? It's a performance enhancer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody takes performer enhancers. It's just the powers that be deems which ones is legal and which ones is illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go all the way back to even the shit Floyd shoot up his hands. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas said that shit is 100% legal. You go to another state, they say that shit is illegal. You know what I mean? So it's to the PED shit is really to the discretion of, you know, or, you know, if somebody feel like it gives somebody too much of a boost or too much of an advantage or something like that. But I mean, realistically, all them if you ain't just drinking water, you know what I'm saying? Like you shooting some kind of vitamins, super vitamins or whatever the fuck, you know, if you're not just drinking water, man, it's some kind of performance enhancer that you take. Like that's just the reality. In my opinion.
Yeah, I want to say we're waiting on Dan the Man to come through. But I want to shout out EJ for coming through, man, because what EJ just showed everybody here is that you can have a difference of opinion, hold your own, as long as you can defend your positions and what you believe in, and it's no problem. There's no beef. Nobody called nobody out of their name. None of that shit. I don't know what everybody's afraid of. This is just boxing talk, man. We just boxing fans chopping it up. Salute to EJ for coming through, man. And I put the link in the comment section so anybody could have jumped on. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, I'm about to bounce, dog. I got something to eat. Hey, so Dan the Man, hey, good to have you over. The whole of the LDBC salute. We want this fight. Bomb Squad, Team AJ. Let's get it on. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Good, man. Peace, brother.
All right, EJ, have a good one, brother.
All right, low place. Oh shit. Yeah.
Man, fuck low place, huh?
I knew this dude was gonna come in here. All right,
man, fuck him, dog. Skip that dude. Skip that comment, dog. That retard don't deserve no attention. Tell that motherfucker to go back to school, dog. Fuck out of here.
All right. Yeah, he be talking a lot of shit though, man. But hey.
Yeah, this one paying attention. Ain't nobody paying attention to that fuck boy, dog.
All right, Ticket, go ahead and say something, brother. You still want to say something, man?
Get that clown out of here, man. That bum low place. That clown came to my channel running his mouth and he got blocked. He got Matumbo. Don't come to my channel.
All right, y'all. All right, yeah. I ain't gonna read his comments. But Bo, did you want to say something, brother?
He's a clown. That's what he is.
Follow you down there, nigga.
Hold up, nigga. Hold up.
Nigga, I hope that hurricane
we gonna talk about the fight.
We gonna talk about the fight.
We gonna talk about
nigga.
I just wanted to let you. What you want to talk about? You didn't stop them. You didn't stop. Did anybody see? This is what I'm saying, Bo. You a hanger on the dog. You a hanger on.
Oh, I ain't no hanger on shit.
Bo, you can go anywhere. You can get subscribed, nigga. You came in putting your 2 cents in on me. Hold up, nigga came in putting his 2 cents in on me.
No, let me do what he said. I didn't say shit about you. I didn't say a motherfucking thing about you because I ignore you because I know how you be sometimes.
Yeah, because I tell the truth. I tell the truth, nigga.
So I ignore you.
Nigga, you came on here. They said something about me. You came on here. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. Now
no,
you wanna
hold on, wait a minute. No, all I said, wait a minute. I spoke the truth. I spoke the truth. I said, yo, the dog got. Hold on, wait a minute. Stop. I did what I do with anybody when I'm talking. I said, yo, man, the cat one time got mad at me for clicking like on something. Did you not do that? Yes, you did. That's all I said. I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I didn't do none of that shit. That's all I said.
Low place.
So if you don't like me saying that, then cool. You don't like it.
Yeah,
but
no
I
play,
know
no
you're
play.
paying attention. I know you watching. I ain't scared to say shit to your face like I'm saying it to you now. Like I said before, nigga. So
why you on me? Why you ain't jumping in doing all that?
Hey, homie.
Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't jump in when you was just talking right now.
Old ass nigga.
I didn't jump in when you was
fake
talking
ass
right
old ass
now.
nigga. That
ain't no place.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
kick you off,
saying.
bro.
See,
Bro, hey, calm
that's
your
what I'm
ass.
saying. I didn't jump in right now when you was talking.
Hold up a second, brother.
See
Hold
what
up a
I had to
second.
say. You got some fake ass old ass niggas. Take me where you
No,
want
you
to.
a fake motherfucker.
Fake
I'm
ass
right
old ass
here.
nigga.
Did I get, hold on, wait a minute.
Fake
Did
ass
I
old
get
ass
offline? Stop right there. I'm right here, nigga. Did I get offline? See, this the reason why I do ignore you, because you're a negative motherfucker. I'm in Chicago, nigga. Bring that ass, bitch. Bring that ass, bitch. Bring that ass, bitch. Bring that ass, bitch.
No place.
Chicago. Bring that ass, bitch.
Bo, calm down, bro. No place.
A fake ass nigga in Chicago. You won't be the first.
No, you're a fake nigga.
You won't be the first. Man, you gotta click, buddy.
Wait a minute. Did I get off the hangout? I said this in your face, motherfucker.
This nigga want to jump in while I'm talking. He's a fake ass nigga. Yeah, you
was a fake nigga. All I said was, yo, this dude got mad at me clicking like on something. I told you the same thing. You punk ass motherfucker. That's all you is.
Fake ass nigga.
You ain't nothing but talk, bro.
Fake nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You was a fake motherfucker. Did I get off this hangout? No, hold on, man. Did I get off the hangout? Did I get off the hangout?
No,
Did I get off the hangout?
You still gonna be a fake ass. You still gonna be a fake ass nigga.
Wait a minute. Did I say I didn't say that? You punk ass motherfucker.
You still gonna be a fake ass.
You punk ass motherfucker. Did I say that?
Yeah, you been
having this on your chest,
your fake ass won't let it out.
Wait a minute, you punk ass motherfucker. I always address you. Always address you.
The nigga been around me 24/7, scared to get shit.
All right, I had to meet his mic. Bo, you guys need Bo. I understand. Hey, Bo, just wait for a second, brother. Wait for a second. Low place, man. I didn't bring you on here to freaking disrespecting for you to disrespect me and Bo. All right, we're here to talk about boxing. I let you on here for a few minutes.
I ain't going in the comment section.
Hold up, bro.
I ain't got no niggas to listen to that's disrespectful. Like I said, this man been around me, could say this all he wanted. But he
don't interrupt me, dog. Don't interrupt me. This is my hangout. This is my hangout. This is my hangout.
Motherfucker, dog.
You call me what you want. I ain't never shake shit. I don't never shake shit. I don't shake shit.
Because what I said right here is what I've said to him before to his face, and he knows I said that to his face. He knows I said the only thing that I said, motherfucker, the only thing that I said was you one time got mad at me for clicking like on the comment. That's all I said. That's it. I didn't call you no fuck boy. I didn't call you no punk. Bitch, I didn't do none of that. That's all I said. So, nigga, if that itched your pussy, then fuck it. It itched your pussy. But that ain't got nothing to do with me.
You mad all you know. A fake ass nigga run anywhere for some
a fake ass nigga, dog, would have got off the hangout. A fake ass nigga wouldn't still be here talking to you about what he said. That's what a fake nigga do, dog.
Anywhere for some subs, bro.
As a matter of fact, I'm the one that even told him, hey man, send him the link because if we talk boxing, we talk boxing.
Yeah, you ain't know. But you ain't face this. Them brothers said everything they had to say. I didn't say, hey, can we get on the fight? Nah, doing none of that from your fake ass. But when I talk,
I didn't say that shit. I did say that shit.
Hey, I'm out, man. I ain't got to. Hey, y'all do y'all over here.
I did say that at the beginning of this hangout. I said that. So go back and watch the hangout with the punk ass.
Y'all keep discussing me. I won't have nothing to say.
I never discussed you.
Get off the hangout. Get off the hangout, bro.
I never discussed you, dog.
Yeah, get off the hangout, Lopez.
Just get off the hangout. I'm the one that told Dan send you the link so you can come on if you talk boxing, which you didn't, with your punk ass. So cut the shit with me, nigga. You're fucking with the wrong one.
Yeah, he's off, man. He's off.
Man, cut that shit with me.
Yeah, man. Dude.
You make false equivalencies and you start digging up Evander Holyfield, and then the Holyfield always comes gushing out of your mouth. You understand me? Evander Holyfield, come on, man. Every time, Evander Holyfield and Deontay Wilder now. Michael Spinks and Deontay Wilder. Every fucking time, man. So you ain't done shit.
Why you get pissed off about Wilder so much? What has he done? I mean, something done to you psychologically, bro.
Nah, nothing done to me psychologically. Something done to you psychologically. Fuck Wilder. I can say that. I don't give a fuck about him. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking here. You understand me? Brother? Hey, I'm talking about your trait of making false equivalencies, thinking that you're smart. You know what I'm saying? And when Lopez say you lying, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. You ain't lying. It's just that you like to befuddle things. You like to mix things up and confuse the issues. It's bullshit.
Look it up. Look it up. 68. Look it up. And then you come back and tell me that I'm lying. Look it up right now.
I said you're not lying. You like to confuse the issues and put things in a different context to suit your fucking argument. It's bullshit.
It ain't bullshit. It's a fact. You just don't like to hear it. That's the problem.
Nah, it's a fact that suits your bullshit argument. That's what it is. I can hear it. I hear it. I hear it all the fucking time. Wait till the next argument. It ain't the Halifield. It ain't the Halifield. That's what you're gonna say.
Well, it's the truth. So what's the problem? It's a problem. That did happen. Okay? He's not the only one. If any other fighters have dictated terms
in the rematch, it's fucking garbage. If you can't put things in context, then you can't be trusted.
Context.
What context? Sorry, sometimes what was what did Evander Holyfield stipulate or ask to be stipulated?
Well, okay, the first fight, I think he got 20% of the purse. Okay, when Holyfield and the Tyson fight was made. Okay. And then the rematch, obviously, there was a rematch clause involved. If Evander was going to win it, he was going to take the higher end of the purse, okay, which means he gets to dictate the terms. So that was the case. Now, in the second fight, he didn't get, the 80% that Tyson got. I think he got, 60%? And Tyson got 40, so 60-40. So that's the way it works. Now, I'm not saying that Deontay should be getting, should be dictating terms where Josh would get the same low end of the split like he got in the first fight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, well, if this has been done before, why not can it be done now? It's happened for many times.
If you're going to say that's an equivalent point, if you're going to use that as your backup point to say this is why Wilder can do that, wouldn't Wilder have had to have at least had one unification fight in his career? While Holyfield was undisputed champion at least 7 years before he fought Iron Mike, and he was cruiserweight champion, undisputed cruiserweight champion. Like he fought George Foreman, Larry Holmes. He had the
fucking resume.
Sorry. Okay. He had the 3 fights with Riddick Bowe. He won him off the top with Michael Moore. Like Ray Mercer classics. He just had classics and classics behind it. Like if you're going to compare it, you see. Let me finish, right? Let me finish what I'm saying. Like when Floyd told or offered Keith Thurman to fight on his card against Errol Spence, everyone said, well, you can't do that because it's never been done before. I made the argument on video to say, well, James J. Jeffries, when he retired, he pitted Marvin Hart versus Jack Root to fight for his vacant title to counter it. But when I countered it, I could at least put some accolades to Floyd's name to say, okay, he had that kind of standing in comparison to Jeffries. Jeffries was probably the best heavyweight champion at that stage of Queensberry Rules boxing at that stage. So I could make because Floyd has got accomplishments, he's got mad accomplishments. But if you're going to, are you saying that Holyfield is on the same standing as Wilder? I mean, Wilder's on the same standing.
No, of course not. And neither is Joshua is on the same standing as Tyson. Neither of them are. What I'm saying is that
negate your point somewhat.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm done. I'm just saying that no, it doesn't. What I'm telling you is that it has been done before on a general perspective. Okay.
It hasn't been done. When you say yes, it's been done before then, but by someone with way more credentials than Evander Holyfield, than Deontay Wilder.
Okay. Well, okay, fair enough then. But here's let me finish the rest of my point. If that's not going to happen, then you know what Deontay should do? He should say, you know what? Here's what I should do. Make a deal with Eddie Hearn, sign a deal, get a multi-fight deal, and get a higher purse if there's no rematch clause involved. I think that should be done as well. So do you have to understand when it comes to boxing, this is, I hate to say it, this is a business. In the nature of business, you got to have a compromise, even though you're not going to get everything you want as a person who dictates the terms. But you have to understand, as a person who is on the other end of the negotiations, they got to get something out of it as well, so you can make this deal be what's the word I'm looking for? For this deal to be rectified, as you want to call it. So at the end of the day, both sides are going to get what they want. I believe that Wilder should be able to, I think he should do one or the other, as all the alternatives I pointed out. Now, again, I know we can go back and forth about this rematch clause or whatnot, but the thing is that at the end of the day, I'm just tired of talking about this. That's why I haven't made any videos about this in the last couple of days. I just think that, just sign the contract, get it over with. Sign the contract, get this thing done, and then we'll talk about what, talk about this fight, talk about the the stylistic matchup going into it, because this is just really dividing us, man. It's really getting tired. Some, friendships are getting, getting deteriorated over this shit, man. It's like this is another Pacquiao Mayweather situation. I mean, seriously.
But isn't that you see, I was kind of like of your point of view before. Oh, this is really bad. But like, this is the nature of YouTube demographics, isn't it? This is what it is. Like,
yeah, it is what it is. I agree, man. And, look, at the end of the day, I know boxing has been tribalistic, man. It's been like that for many decades, long before all of us were born. It's always been this way. It's like, people get murdered over, being fans of other fighters like Jack Johnson's. People were getting lynched and murdered after the Jim Jeffries fight. You know what I mean? It's like, his fans, I mean, it was just, it's probably a worse mess than it was back then than it is now, So this is just nothing but a rice paddy compared to what happened back then when the tribalism of boxing, So again, but the better word I should use is far cry. It's a far cry compared to what happened many years ago and decades ago, So, but like I said, man, I think this is all alleged. We don't know if this is actually concrete. All I gotta say is just get the fight done. I don't care at this point right now. I don't care who gets sued. Okay, I don't care who deserves it.
Tell you five to get well enough to fuck up. Let's hurry.
Well, you hoping for that. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Make the best man win. You know what I mean? May the best man win. Yeah, me personally, I don't care who wins. Even though I favor Wilder, he's my guy.
Maybe you don't care who wins. I don't believe that.
Let me tell you why. Because I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua as well, even though I defend Wilder for the most part. But the fact is, I'm a fan of both guys, and I've defended Joshua lately. When people are going out saying that he done terrible numbers on the Showtime telecast of him versus Parker, and I debunked that. I was like, no, guys, come on, stop. Let's put this in rational perspective, okay? I know that there's been a lot of Anthony Joshua bashing going on. The same thing with Wilder, but let's put this in proper context, okay? I like both men. I'm gonna call it out for what it is. If one does something wrong, I'm gonna call it out, like I've done with Wilder, and same thing with Joshua. Okay, so I like both men. I like both of them, and I defended Joshua. Here's really 68.
Yes, I do. I just don't like the bullshit, and I don't like the double standard, because here you are sitting here telling me I got some kind of psychological problem with fucking Deontay Wilder. Fuck that shit. Because at the end of the day, wait a minute.
You just snapped.
Yeah, because you do it all the time. I don't like those kind of arguments, man. It's like, yeah, you're clever, but don't try to be too clever here. Listen, if you're a big fan of Deontay Wilder, why you gotta besmirch his fucking record like that? A man moved from light heavyweight. Wait. A man moved from light heavyweight to cruiserweight, then moved into heavyweight, and then you say, you compare Deontay Wilder to that? That's what you always do. That's what I'm saying.
Resume. How many times do I have to tell you guys this shit, okay? I did not say that he has a great resume. How many fucking times I gotta go through this? It's like a fucking broken record.
Just don't make those kind of comparisons. If you can't compartmentalize those two arguments, but don't try to confuse the issue. What you do is you don't lie, you stretch the truth as far as possible, hoping that it doesn't fucking snap, and it snaps right here.
Yeah, you need to do me a favor, man. Just calm down and relax, okay? Because first of all, this is just a boxing discussion. I don't know why you're getting heated over this, all right? Relax. Jesus. Okay, the fact of the day is this is just a boxing discussion. If you
I'm not unique as far as I was concerned. Why don't you go over to your boy Blood and tell him that?
Blood? Why is Blood? What's Blood got anything to do with this?
You think I'm getting heated? Since you want to get heated.
Well, first of all, you need to relax, bro.
All right, well, I'm just as relaxed as Blood is. How about that?
You're not. Relax.
I'm just as relaxed as Blood is.
No, you're not. No,
yes, I am.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
Right.
Because I'm not going around cussing at everything that comes from the United States right now, am I? All right, I can dig it. But I'm just getting to the point.
Yeah, me too. But the fact is that I'm just tired of this talk. You see, where we're going at, how we're doing this dialogue right now, the fact is that both men deserve to fight each other. They both decide to fight whoever they want to fight. That's cool. That's up to them. But the fact is, I'm just tired of it. That's why I just want this fight to get done one way or the other. I don't care who gets the end of this split.
Dan, you know, this is the sweat box, bro. That's what it is.
No, brother, it is, man. Man, Jesus Christ. Shit. Man, just get this fight done. I don't care.
All right, Dan. I'm sorry I exploded on you like that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna call you out again. I'll call you out quietly though.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna call you out too.
Yeah, if you can, but I don't contradict myself and I don't stretch the truth.
You did. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, tell me when. Tell me when.
Well, let me ask you something. On the body, you made a video about Deontay Wilder making the body comments, right?
Yeah.
You said that was stupid, right?
Yeah. What did I say exactly? Did I say it was stupid?
No, I'm asking you. Did you say that?
No, I don't think I said it was stupid. I said I think he meant it.
Okay. You think you meant it, and how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? How do you mean, how do I feel about it? What do you mean by that exactly?
Do you think he crossed the line? Do you think he should have said what he said, or what?
I don't know whether he crossed the line or not, but what I do know is this, is that he went on black radio and said that he wanted the body. And when he talks like that on black radio, I can only feel that he wants to kill a black person.
Nah, that's not true.
Well, you can see it any way you want to. That's the way I see it, because I don't think he'll be on white TV saying shit like that.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Many fighters have done that shit. Okay?
Yeah, but whether many fighters have done it or not, I know that this guy deliberately went onto a hip-hop fucking station to say shit like that. He said it before, it might be wrong, but he said it, and he said it calmly, knowing that the audience that were going to listen to it were going to think, yeah, he won the body. Because he didn't want no smoke.
There's all this outrage about what Wilder said on the Breakfast Club. I mean, where was the outrage when Stavern went up there and threatened to kill him at the press conference?
Because I said that the context was different. When people are what's different? When somebody's listening, if you can't get that, I'm not willing to explain it to you.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes so to think why it's not the same. And it's so obvious why it's not the same. I'll give you a few minutes to think why it's so obvious why it's not the same. 6 days, we know why it's not the same. It's not the same. There's no way to do
Don't mind that. You know, I don't let people play these kind of games. You understand me? It is what it is. Because you see, the thing is, Dan, you're a smart guy, and I know you're smart, but you try to be too clever. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you guys don't like me.
That is smart.
That is smart. But you know, I like people being honest, being smart and honest, because when people are smart and they are dishonest, it makes me want to look at them a certain kind of way. You understand me?
All right, so let me get this straight. So basically, what Savard did when he said that was an appropriate platform.
Savard is not the first person to say shit like that. I'm saying he was sitting in a seat and he said it for effect, and he said it on a black radio, and he was speaking to a particular audience who's going to understand what the fuck he was saying. And I don't think he was talking about white people. I think he was talking about killing another black man, and I don't support that shit. Period.
Oh, nah, come on, man.
Tell you the difference, right? When somebody did it, yeah, the fight was a day away, and his opponent is right in front of him. So smack talk is going over, right? That right? When Wilder said it, there was no boxing match, no proposed match, no boxing there at all, and he's saying he wants to catch a butt. He's in a pop radio station with people who know nothing about boxing, who are not going to be able to challenge him on anything in boxing related, because they're not boxing people. Right? There's a difference between Stavern saying it and Wilder saying it in the two environments. If you don't recognize that, then what can I say to you?
Well, I do recognize that. That's a good point. But let's be honest here. The fact is that when he said it, the detractors came out and ridiculed him. Now, if he did that let's say if he did that at the way against Stavern, how would they react to that?
To be honest, the people that ridiculed him, were the WBC who called him into question for saying shit like that. We can say whatever the fuck we want. We can disagree with it. I don't really have a problem with it as such. If he was facing an opponent and say, I'm going to kill you, fuck you, God knows what. You understand me? But he sat down, he said it calmly, and he reassured them. Because they were laughing. They thought it was joking. And he said, yeah, I want a body. And I'm thinking he means it. Is he a liar?
Oh, no, I don't know. First of all, every fighter has a killer mentality, man, when they step in that ring. Okay, that's the bottom line. The fact is that their objectives is that when they step in those ropes, right, their objectives is they're going to try to flip punishment on their opponent before their opponent inflicts punishment on them. That's the objective, even if they have to, pull back on their punches a bit more. But the fact is The fact is that I just don't understand. I mean,
Tyson was going around saying he was going to eat children. We understand this shit, all right?
Yeah,
you know what I
he
mean?
tried to tell Razor Runner too. If he doesn't die,
we know all about that. You know what I'm saying? We know all about that.
Tyson said post-fight eat children when the adrenaline was flowing. When he said what he said to Ruddock was facing him, some satellite link between them, right? And they're going back and forth. Two different things.
But anyway, to be honest though, Dan. To be honest, Dan.
Let me finish real quickly. I understand that. But the WBC, then, they're kind of having a double standard here because when Tyson was able to get away with that shit in their sanctioned fights, by the way, and Severn, who also said it in a sanctioned fight as well, they didn't recommend those guys. So that's a double standard on their part. I understand what your argument is on it, Beats, but I'm looking at the proper context.
Dan, it looked pretty. It wasn't spontaneous, Dan.
The adrenaline wasn't flowing. He just said it calmly because he wanted the effect, and he was talking to a hip hop generation who understood what the fuck he was saying.
I agree with this.
If every person got reprimanded when they was in front of the opponent or post fight saying something stupid, we'd have no sport. It would be dead. But if you're just gonna go into but if you're gonna go into a studio where it's not even like it's not a boxing environment, right? And I was gonna catch a bullet. It's just like
every fighter's done that, man. Look, man. Like I said, we all agree to disagree, but the fact is that I just don't understand why he's getting singled out.
You say every fighter's done that, but we've already gave you context when these other fighters did it. We gave you context when these other fighters did it.
Hey, but Beats, that's funny. I just recall something. Tyson said this in an interview out of a boxing ring that he wished that he regrets never killing anybody in the ring. At this, he said that's after he
wasn't he retired after that? Wasn't he retired?
Exactly. And your point is that
he's a retired. Yeah, he's retired. He's a retired boxer.
Ring Beats. It was not in the boxing.
Yeah, can you take his license away if he's retired? No, you can't.
But you just
I don't support Tyson saying it either. How about that?
Thank you, 68. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. That's all I'm asking. Just a little bit of consistency, please.
What do you? Oh, so there's no consistency? You're the only one who's consistent, huh? Come on, man.
Come on, 68. You know I like you, brother. This is the first time you and I are going at it. And actually, this is
no, it's not the first time because I saw what you did.
We went at it. Okay.
I saw what you did. I saw what you did. You know what I mean? But we're gonna keep that between us.
God is good to the players, always. I know that's right. Let's do a little something. Mike 6, see Rich.